school in a nutshell. School is horrible, annoying students, boring teachers, classes that will have you sleeping in the back of the class. Like bro, I don't care about the revolution. Put some JJK on the screen, respectfully. The lunch is garbage, basura, trash. But they be some baddies in that bit, I ain't gonna lie to ya. Alright, for real though, don't take me seriously, this channel's a parody. For today's video, I'll speak on the best and the worst parts about school. The problem with school friends. Shout out to our friends for real, they're more iconic and entertaining to be with than the D's Nuts meme. Unless you're some sort of antisocial freak with horrible, terrible social skills. So bad that people think you're either crazy or on mute. Bro's volume gotta be lowered to 0. Homie's more scared of humans than ET. And I don't blame the poor alien for real, some people gotta go. But anyways, besides those type of social rejects that nobody in the school respects or acknowledges whatsoever, no offense by the way. We all know overall our friends make life just a little bit better. Who could send you to the most horrendous class? But if you end up sitting near the homies, just know you finna have a real good time and you finna be cooking up trolling the whole place. Like we on Twitter ratioing the president. I swear, chilling in the back of the class, not having a care in the world what's being taught to us, playing random mobile games on our phone together was more fun than prime Fortnite. Some roast battles that will have everybody in the class gasping for air, hitting the floor loudly, laughing like Joker gave everybody the laugh disease. Freestyle is so crazy that the class will burn down from the amount of heat that was being said, or at least what we think it's heat in our heads. We all know when we have a sub depending on certain teachers, it would be the best time with the homies. I swear we would never do any type of assignments that were actually given to us, and all we would do is just talk about life or memes. We'd be asking him how he thinks about our generation, and my guy would say he is flabbergasted with the amount of ridiculous things he sees that goes on in the school. And those were the good times for real, bruh. Nostalgia top tier, 10 out of 10. I swear if it wasn't for some of my school friends, the whole experience would feel like a strict state prison, with the guard-like teachers bullying us every single day, giving us the evil stare and those pop quizzes. Ugh, got me shivering my tempest, turning everyone into crippling depression. Imagine if one day school had a rule where we can't have friends. You may as well just not catch me going to that horrendous prison, because I promise you I'm not gonna bother doing those boring assignments with no homies. It's crazy because I'm not even super social either, but I also know it gets to a point where I'll be close to daydreaming and I'm gonna need somebody to talk to, or else you're gonna catch the kid snoring on his desk. But because some friends can be cool and a vibe to be with, especially during the dark times of this horrendous school system, that doesn't mean some of them can't be terrible creatures who spawn in there to prey on your downfall and double cross you. You really gotta watch out who you hang with, because 90% of the time you are who your friends are. Whether that be people who strive to be successful, bums who are destined to be broke forever, or straight up fake people with weird dark energy. Don't want to be Judas for real, like get out of here. We're gonna speak on the worst type of friends in school. First type is the broke friend. Mamma mia, you're broke. Hey man, we all been there, I get it. The bank account be drier than the Sahara Desert. We all have our own down bad moments, even with me. But holy, I swear these dudes be thinking you're an ATM machine with infinite money in cash. Like my guy, bro thinking I'm making millions off this YouTube stuff. What is bro smoking? I need some of that. My man's gotta be on some white sugar. I wish I had the infinite money glitch from GTA in real life. That'd be amazing, a blessing from God. But I'm sorry to say it, that sounds more fictional than a Disney movie. They be out here fiending, asking for any chance they can get for money every single day. Like dog, go get yourself a job or focus on school for that degree. Stop being a brokey. By the way, being a brokey ain't about your wealth, but it's about your mindset. Next type is the smart friend. Mr. Intellectual, the brainiac. The nerds who have these humongous brains that contain more information than my iCloud. It could be one of the best or worst friends in the group. Now for me, I was blessed with having smart friends who let me copy their work. Shout out to you. And I'll also never forget the memories we had in science class. Especially since my attention span in that class was dog water. I was looking more down bad than the average kid on TikTok over there. But my brother in Christ, if you got that one friend who despises cheating, then I feel bad for you. You better not speak about anything cheating related to this guy, or else you finna hear them nagging at you about it, like the first Karen who went viral. They'll also be the one dude in the friend group flexing their report card. Like buddy, we don't care. Nobody asked for this. We strictly made this group chat for the memes, or to see what baddies we can hit up in school. Next type is the rich friend. Bro would either be the ATM machine of the friend group or the dude posting all their riches on the gram. Whether it be the huge mansion they have, a private jet, 6 cars, 3 horses, 2 vacation homes, or their glorious 170-foot yacht. They'll be gambling like a degenerate on Prize Picks, trying to gain as much possible off the sports teams, blowing all their money for fun, since they really don't ever gotta worry about missing out on bills. Basically the Wolf of Wall Street if he was a teenager with less responsibilities. But if you have a crappy personality, I'm good off that. I'm not gonna be no yes man to some random dude following your every order just to chill on the yacht with some college girls. Bro thinks I'm a stormtrooper. Don't get it twisted, it sounds very tempting, but I'm good. And seriously, never try to be cool with people like this, because they'll try to change the way you are, and you just want to be looking like a secondhand beta with no self-respect. The cock-a-doodle-doo of a friend you'll be. A few who are decent human beings always try to uplift the brothers to work on ways to make more money, on some Iman Gadzi type of timing. Everybody wants the same thing, new chain, new car, and the same ring. I just want to make money with the same game, you feel me? Ain't nobody got time to be slaving their life away at McDonald's. Next friend is Mr. Mr. Riz, the Riz machine. Bro is the Rizzler of Oz. I'm convinced this guy's a Rizzard who got magical spells that are making all the girls go after him. His Riz is so unstoppable that all you gotta do is just hit them with the light skin stare and say, hey. And all the girls want to be coming at him more wet than a tsunami. He is the true definition of an IRL cheat code. Next friend is the simp. He is the complete opposite of the Rizzler, the most down bad human you will ever meet. He'll get constant panic attacks if he ever sees a woman near him. Oh my god, is that a girl? Girl! Ah! And then he runs away like a creep. Fumble worse than the high school baller. And if he does find a way to overcome his fears, he'll always be stuttering so much that he'll be speaking Spanish. Like, where did this come from? He's most likely going to be buying Popular Girls OnlyFans in a few years. Next friend is the annoying one. He always says the most corny and dumbest stuff like a freaking dad joke. I don't even know why we keep these type of people in our friend groups. They make us cringe super hard. I guess they're there for diversity or something. I don't know. I didn't know our lives are supposed to be a TV sitcom. All I know is that if we're the only ones in school that day, I'm gonna act like I never met him. Next friend is the party friend. The guy basically says YOLO to everything. He is usually the worst influence in the group and has degenerate activities on Hall of Fame. When I mean the worst influence, I mean the worst. We really shouldn't be around these type of people. But at the same time, he's the fun-loving guy that is hard to be mad at, even if he does do stupid things. And also the fact that parties in high school really start to hit differently. He'll probably never forget the experience with these type of people. Party friend does more wacky challenges during those parties than a Mr. Beast video. Bro would be the king of chugging that thing. Next friend is the drama friend who loves attention more than an internet influencer, even if he acts like he doesn't like it. Bro would always be starting beef with everybody, no matter who it is. But what I don't understand is, how does this whole stuff even start? Like, no way you're more hated than Andrew Tate. You gotta be doing some messed up stuff. You gotta be saying the most nut shit of phrases I ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous how many fights this guy get into. He'll be saying some slick shit during the friend meeting as well. And if they aren't starting drama onto randoms, he'll start that up in the friend group, instigating any little thing that's being said and change the whole narrative, having everyone being segregated to smaller groups. They're really toxic, and I would not consider being cool with people like this, especially if you get in trouble constantly for no reason. Next friend is the chill one. Like, seriously, I didn't know you were chill like that. His vibe is immaculate. They're either faded or just monotone. Next friend is the antisocial friend. My brother in Christ will be booming that Juice WRLD every single day. Bro will be mad quiet, minding his business, and will probably ghost on everybody, unless you mention them in the group chat. Next friend is the popular friend. My boy's got that max clout level, and everyone loves to meet right bro, like a whole school thought. It's very sickening, and I'm kind of ashamed that people still do this. This guy's influence in the group will have everyone doing everything he does like he's some sort of alpha. Bro is the group leader apparently. I don't know. Next friend is the one who always posts pictures about everything they do, whether they go out or in class. He'll be posting you, having you look mad crusty and homeless in 4K. And they be out here moving mad federal, FBI type beat. Even to the point they be out here taking screenshots in the group chat and post it when the homies say something so out of pocket that if they were semi-famous, they would instantly get cancelled. I swear, these people have no sense of chill and respect for anybody's privacy. Next friend is the NPC, the beep boop bops. I love them. He is the average normal dude who's down for anything and likes to be on social media posting random memes on their story. They're really as normal as you can get when it comes to being a Gen Z kid. I'm not gonna lie, I was acting like an NPC for a majority of my life. Even though most times they can be boring and stick to the script that they were programmed with, at least you can always count on them to not miss out on class. Anyways, comment down below what type of friend you are. School is insane. You would think the way our parents told us how important school was, it wouldn't be so bad. You think, maybe this can be fun, and I can be creative and enjoy class. Psych, I lied. My imagination and creativity is fried. I don't know, but it's like they try to suck out any critical thinking out of my brain, or any chance I try to think or act differently, it would make me feel ashamed, like I'm some outcast that came from another city. So for all my homies out there watching who gotta deal with random people hating on you for no bloody reason, just because you're trying to be different, I feel your pain, Gengi. We out here supposed to learn how to pay taxes, be able to network, or have decent social skills with future co-workers, but instead they out here trying to teach us towards failure, trying to make us go to the coal mines. Like, what the shit? This is 2023. We're in the digital age, man.
No, 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 no.
Some people to this day don't even know how to pay their own loans, but can figure out that E equals MC squared, or how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell!
Like, why do I know this?
Shut up, Jeff.
I'm gonna be looking like an NPC during my job interview, I swear. We're doomed. But luckily, if you don't have generous parents to give you that boomer advice, we got the internet. I'm so grateful for the internet. Since it came in clutch with helping out my assignments during 2020, if you know, you know. I had to do whatever it took to pass my classes, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to get that whooping. I ain't trying to go through that hard, thick belt or the chocolate of death. Alright, now let me chill. I'm over exaggerating, but you know what I mean. For the ones who weren't already scared to go to school when we were little, since most kids already had anxiety by then, or if you probably just wanted to goof off at home, nobody wanted to actually go to school. But I didn't want to go to school myself. But at the same time, us younger folk thought it was going to be fun. To explore something different since we're usually innocent and don't know any better. Maybe learn useful things to help us out in the future. And at one point, it was fun. During kindergarten through 5th grade, I swear time went by so fast. The homies was being homies, helping each other cheat on tests. If someone wasn't helping you cheat on your tests, they just don't fuck with you. You must have done something bad to them or something. I don't know, man. Being class clowns, goofing off, making the most insane jokes. I mean, it's so insane that I literally can't say it on YouTube. That's how bad it was. I don't know about y'all, but for me, the highlight of my little bro days was recess. Friends were out there playing in the fields, going crazy, doing races.
Truck to refrigerators to dumpster, 360 spin onto the palace, backflip gainer into the trash can.
Yeah.
Parkour.
Back then, having Riz was being the fastest kid in school. It literally made no sense. But nah, that wasn't a meme. We really went through that. We could be doing the pacer test, and there'd still be that one kid still going. Like he's going to be in the Olympics. Like my brother in Christ, you're not Usain Bolt. 5th grade, we had these mini awards like a type of students video. Ironic, right? And then I got the most talkative one. I was like, nah, teach, you tripping, dog. The D-sucking is crazy. The meat munching. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. My teacher was a meat writer for that. To be fair, though, I was a chatterbox. You know what? I let it slide. My math teacher was cool. I passed the class, so I didn't feel like being a Grinch. But after graduating to that BS and then we head into middle school, that's when recess disappeared. I felt some type of way for no reason. Like it almost like I was depressed because of that. I felt my inner kid and joy slowly leave my soul. Yeah, I don't know. I was in a weird ass phase. I ain't gonna lie. I think some girl probably hurt my heart or some shit. I don't remember, to be honest. My old group fell off as well. Not surprising, but back then I didn't think that was ever gonna happen. Motherfuckers was talking about we're gonna be best friends for life. Yeah, you thought. Some went to other schools or just had to straight up move. So at the start it was tough meeting new people, but eventually though I was able to find a W group once again. Even though I'm antisocial, luckily I still have enough social skills to make friends. We would be trying to get through our boring ass classes. Everyone I messed with and talked to was in the same exact PE as me. We definitely got lucky. We were out here hooping thinking we finna make it to the NBA, knowing damn well that was a fantasy. There was a game where my mans hit a game winner on the buzzer beater as if he was in some high school musical. He said, I'm Kobe in that bit. I know for anyone who plays basketball or any sport who scored at the last minute, you thought you were the main character. The boys' gym locker room though, something else, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. People be out here having mini fights getting tight because they lost a game. I don't know who was more of a sore loser. A squeaker getting clapped in Fortnite or the athletes.
Oh my god! You sold!
There was even a kid slapping someone's booty. I'm like, hey, yo, bro, relax, bro. Just a game, bro.
Take it easy, man. Cool your beans, bro.
Got me messed up on Shrek, bro. Every day more and more was when I truly started questioning myself in the school I was in. I noticed a lot of more BS going on in my middle school. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for some reason I was the band kid. Homie played the oboe. I know, right? What's an oboe? You probably commenting, when the tarnations is that, bro? Is that an off-brand flute? Like, shut up. All jokes aside though, here's a picture. But trust me, I wasn't your ordinary band kid. I didn't take nothing seriously. Not a single minute passed where I didn't goof off. To this day, I don't even know how I passed. The teacher must have your boy or something, because I was not gonna get home and practice because I started going towards my love for content creation. YouTube for life, I'm sorry. Speaking of YouTube, this is when us kids started realizing you can actually make a career and money off that shit. Everyone I knew that did YouTube either made crappy Fortnite mixtapes or low quality 2K videos. Mind you, I was the guy that was posting those 2K videos having this big ass logo, thinking that stuff was heat, thinking that was gonna take off, go crazy viral and get 1 million views. I was a bot. I was an NPC for thinking that way. But hey, let a youngin' dream, right? Anyways, speed run to the 8th grade. I started talking to the females a little bit, but I was also more focused on that YouTube grind. I just wanted to mind my business, talk to the boys about random topics, get the homework done because I don't have time for that BS, and then take my sorry self to bed, or so I thought. I wish I did more sleeping since I thought it was so cool to stay up for no reason. Word of advice, just go to sleep. You gotta wake up early anyways. You're gonna feel like a powerless drunk anyways. Gonna be looking like Superman with kryptonite near his ass. Riots in the hallways be going insane. I don't know if y'all ever had to deal with protests, but kids be protesting about anything. Whether it be about their clothes or the teacher failed them. Like, bro, if the teacher failed you, you probably suck. I don't know, study or at least cheat like the rest of us. As for school fights, they kept happening for no freaking reason. For the dumbest reasons, like someone cheating. Like, let's be real for a second. Nobody's looking for love at this age. Everyone's just trying to get lucky. Bunch of quagmires roaming around the hallways for real. I wasn't much of a saint either. But I wasn't talking to everybody. I ain't for the streets. Just for the second hallway to the left. School dance I had was wild as well. Yeah, Shadi in the middle twerking thinking she was Cardi WB, the freaking DJ playing Old Town Road for no apparent reason. It was the most random thing I heard at the time. Everyone during school was on Lil Nas tip at this moment. Now as we get into high school, my life was going downhill for me mentally, and I just stopped caring about people. But can you blame me? And of course, the circle once again died off. But it was understandable since we all have our own interests and just grew up. It's all love. So since then, I just kept it low key for a while. That's when I started to wake up and notice how people kept acting like NPCs. This is when the growth of the E-stick groupies appeared in the bathrooms. I'm convinced that's where they live, but who wants to live there? School bathrooms are so disgusting. I made a whole video proving my point about it. Wanna be popular high school chicks who think they run the world because they're so pretty, which I ain't gonna cap, they were fine. But the ego was crazy. People started being thoughts religiously. It would be the same ones who have God's child in their bio, posting freaky content on their close friends on IG story. But I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm not a snitch. But at the same time, I didn't came for this. I came for the memes. High school spirit days when you start seeing people's personalities come to life. Out here seeing memes in real life. I was like, hey yo, wait, huh? I'm over here looking more generic than a stick figure. And then next to me is a clown and a dolphin, riding on a horse in the hallway. People wanted to be the class clown so badly. Like you could tell someone's forcing it. Like at least make some funny jokes, Brody. That was also during my I don't care about anything phase. I will say when it came to high school, I didn't mind going to school lunch, but not because of the food they serve. It'll just be a time where I'll be by myself, vibing out, editing a video, or talking to random people on the basketball court. It was actually one of the few things I looked forward to school. Months went by, the economic problems started hitting my family, heading towards that broke life. Yes, sir. Gotta love it. Psych, I lied. Shit was terrible. We had to do online classes on Zoom. Oh my god, y'all remember Zoom, right? Since nobody could leave the crib, everybody had to be on that website. Which, fun fact, well, more like embarrassing. It was the main reason I passed my math class. Like, I'm sorry, but math fell off. Like, sure, it used to be fun, I guess. Multiplying and dividing and things of that nature, but then when they start adding alphabets in the freaking equation, talking about some how to prove this is a circle. I'm sorry, educational system. I got better things to do. The most you'll ever catch me being interested in something in my entire school career is history class. But that was also because of Assassin's Creed and Uncharted. Those games made me want to be a historian so badly. I'm always that student who always turns his homework late. Or if not late, turns it in the last minute. If you're like me, please stop doing that. Just do the homework. I'm sorry if I sound like your parent or guardian, but I'm just being honest. Ain't nobody trying to do a last minute project with beautiful articulate quality. We made it to senior year, the last year of high school. A happy ending from a suffering student who dislikes the system by the end of this year can finally breathe. Psych, get colleged. I know for anyone who has cultured parents, they will insist you to go after school straight away. And if you question them or even dare to say no, just know you're gonna be asking for a death sentence. You earn my respect if you do it though. The problem with school fights. School fights can be one of the craziest, most entertaining things that could ever happen to your school. There are different types of people during the school fights. The spectators watching the fight like it's a movie. Oh my god, cops beating Eli up. Holy cow. Yo, Brody, pass that popcorn. This shit entertaining as hell. Then we got the people instigating who would troll and say, nah dog, I could never let a bum talk to me like that. Oh cop, you better beat his squiggly diggly looking ass up, bro. You weak as shit, bro, looking like a stick figure. He ain't got nothing on you, man. Like bro, if you don't get your instigating ass out of here, bro. And then we got that one dude who records the school fights with the worst of qualities. Quality is so dog shit that it looks worse than an old pixelated video game. Like dog, we have all this technology and you telling me you still can't record a decent fight video? What's wrong with you, man? And then you got two kids going at it in the ring fighting over some V-Bucks.
Aw man, I love school. Nobody can ruin my day. You're wrong! What the duck did you
So they don't like it and I said, well what color's your Bugatti?
Nah bro, don't tell me you letting that slide, because me personally, I could never let another grown man talk to me like that. But that's just me though.
Round 1. Fight!
If you get in a fight with someone who's better than you, just know you find to rethink life and wonder why you started beef with this kid in the first place. Like Brody, he's got max speed, max IQ, max strength. I'm sorry to say it, but you're gonna get cooked low, bro. But hey, I get it, your reputation's on the line. If you get knocked out in the first round, you're gonna be the joke of the school. Ain't nobody trying to get bullied all year, man. That fight will be remembered for years and they'll even tell their grandkids the story about that day. If you win the fight though, ironically, probably gonna be remembered for like a year. At least you don't have to deal with the years of embarrassment. But hey, it takes balls to get physical. I respect it. Now the excuses the losers be having are crazy, especially if they have the instigator sidekick who's always starting shit up. If you lucky you beat him, he would have messed you up worse than Goku. Like his little henchman would bring anime references after the fight. This isn't an anime scene, relax buddy. Since the dawn of time, fighting has always been a way for two people or groups to settle their differences, see who is better. AKA me, I'm the greatest, I'm the freaking GOAT. Those freaking gladiators would have been ready to put a spear in someone for taking their girl, or if someone calls them ugly if they still existed in this generation. Some ruthless bastards. Even in the animal kingdom. But the difference is it's not to impress a girl or try to protect their rep. It's survival of the fittest for those animals. These kids probably were watching Tarzan going at it with the gorilla in the jungle, and were thinking, oh yeah, I can definitely fight my high school bully. Just to find out little old Jimmy's weak as shit. Brody would get demolished worse than Scorpion, popping Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat. Fatality. And speaking of Mortal Kombat, if you're that kid who played it, you would always want to try and replicate the fighting moves with the homies. But of course without the fatality. We're not killers now. Or I hope so, I don't know who's watching these videos. Now, I'll be honest, I do not condone to violence majority of the time. Because I feel like the shit can be very unnecessary, and respectfully, I'm not trying to mark my face or break a bone in my body. Okay, you can de-suck me all you want in the comments saying, oh, you're pussy. I'm just keeping it a buck. I already gotta deal with marks on my knees from sports. I'm only fighting if I got to, okay? But of course, fighting has just as many positive things as bad. You could train in boxing or get a punching bag in your garage like those kids be posting on their IG posts and hit it as hard as you can, especially after school, to let out all the rage from that annoying kid in class who wouldn't stop bugging you about his cringe memes he saw. I don't care about your stupid memes. I still love you though. Or the teacher yapping about your assignments like anybody ask. Hey Jeffrey, you know you still gotta turn in that assignment, right? Shut the fuck! I had got this punching bag at my old house and I was swinging that bit like it was the math teacher and I'm Mike Tyson in my prime. Yes, don't judge me, I hated math class back then. That shit made me more depressed than a doomer. But hey, at least it's better than starting school fights over some petty things, like most kids did in my high school. Another way you can use your hands for good is joining your school's wrestling team. I swear, I be seeing these girls cook up in the arena. This girl I knew in high school reminded me of those muscular feminist Wojak memes. She was out here dogging people out here looking like a Giga Chadita. Went from pulling and breaking your hair fossils to breaking your bones. You could say she could play for the football team, and that's a compliment by the way. Another way that fighting works is when you feel like you want to defend your girl or friends on some Rocky Balboa type beat. Or just straight up use it for defense only like the Karate Kid. But man, speaking of Karate Kid, shout out to the GOAT Mr. Miyagi for whooping those kids. Try to knock out my man's Daniel. See all these dudes in these school fight videos with terrible form. I'm not much to talk, but shit, bro, motherfuckers talking about some. What is that? I'm convinced they just do that shit for the memes or for the camera. They need to take notes from Mr. Miyagi or something. Now, we spoke on the positive side because I'm already knowing it's gonna be that one annoying fight nerd saying, oh my god, this kid is so biased. Now, as for the bad side, I mean, if it's not obvious already, why are you getting into fights? Especially in school, for crying out loud. Do that shit outside of school. Like my brother in Christ, you already gotta fight for your life in there. Just to have decent grades so your parents won't whoop you or yell at you. Now you're trying to start even more problems? Is your brain not screwed right? Do I gotta call Bob the Builder for your head ass? Gotta be stressing me out, man. Y'all got it. At the end, everyone's gonna be sore and drained out on some post-nut clarity but post-fight clarity. Oh my god, why did I do this? When I come out having your bones all cracked up, eyes all dark purple and swollen, finna have you temporarily blind. Bro's probably got brain damage at this point, and your poor lungs are gonna be feeding for air. You find out barely any type of energy at the end of the fight, and you're gonna be swinging like corn in slow motion. Speaking of fighting, with how the internet is, it's just a bunch of internet thugs and weirdos cyberbully criminals trying to finesse your data and use any information they can get from you to potentially harm or steal your identity to ruin your life. I know, right? They need to touch grass or get another hobby. But that is why I'm blessed to say I found a solution to counter these online creeps and digitally fight back. I partnered up with Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN helps you defend from data-hungry companies who want to steal all your private information and take out those internet thugs. Atlas VPN is going to be fighting off those disgusting viruses like the Rocky Balboa in the ring. Another perk that this VPN has to offer is that you can teleport to any part of the world that you want. So you can watch those exclusive movies and TV shows that you wouldn't be able to watch in your region. Now you don't have to worry about going through depression because you couldn't watch your favorite content. If you want to be chilling on your devices with no worries of privacy being invaded, download Atlas VPN for top tier protection and services. Not even the president's bodyguards can compete. Link in the description below and pin comment for an insane deal. When it comes to the hallways during a school fight, it's usually a classic set. Now what be pissing me off is that you're gonna have your phone out recording the school fight. I'll be out here seeing folks footage, having them all shaking, moving all over the place. Like I came to see someone getting their ass whooped, not a bunch of blur. I hope nobody in their right mind hires them to be a cameraman, cause y'all suck. And then when the teachers pull up, they're gonna be talking about some stop fighting, acting like that's gonna do anything. Like, oh yeah, sure, we're totally gonna stop the fight. Hey bro, good fight. Hey yo, you too, man. There's no such thing as good sportsmanship. They barely have that in the sports realm as it is, so expecting a bunch of Gen Z kids to be nice is kind of funny. One of the best school fight scenes I ever saw in the hallways was in that Cobra Kai show. How many karate kids were bashing each other's skulls and fighting them like they were Batman? And then have them pushing you out, making you fall in a big drop. You're gonna try to end your career. GTA wasted thing's gonna pop out for you and you're gonna be unconscious. You're gonna be rushed into the hospital, stuck in a coma if you're still alive. The school bathroom though is an iconic place for privacy. This is where most people record their friends slapboxing and see how many hits they can get off. People spectating are so random, like why is your MP NPC looking self sitting on the toilet. People want to be different so bad, I swear. If they feel extra and want to spice things up, they're gonna bring some boxing gloves and treat it like it's a boxing match. Bring some drinks and popcorn and get ready for the show. Now, the locker room fights are kinda sus. More sus than being the red guy in Among Us. Among Us. I saw some kids mad at each other and then he slapped his butt. Like, what is bro doing? I thought you were trying to fight back, not clap back for some cheeks. I don't even want to know what's going on in their heads that day. That's sus stuff for those arguments after a game where you're part of the losing team. Someone decides to be a show off and talk crazy. Yeah, take that L, loser. A bunch of sweaty, musty men all together, all tired about losing a basketball match and just ready to fight about it. You're looking like Eli fighting for the Miami Heat. My advice to y'all is just mind y'all business. You don't even gotta be a super nice guy, just be chill and you're gonna have less problems to deal with. To this day, the craziest school fight I ever got to witness in high school was when everyone went outside of school. It was just a bunch of small little groups all fighting each other. It's that all this was happening behind me while I was on my phone listening to Juice WRLD minding my business. The fact that I did not notice this until I watched a video my friend sent me the next day just shows how little I care about anything around me. I'm the definition of living in my own world. School then versus now. Unless you have been living under a rock like Patrick the Star, the world has changed so much over the last decade. Maybe for the worse. Whether that be the cities, food, or the hell of a boring prison we call school. Yes, that disgusting, horrible place. With technology always advancing, its influence starts to grow more and more on the schools. These humans start to act more goofy than ever. I know I'm sounding like an alien, but I'm just keeping it real. Especially with the younger generation and everything that comes with the shenanigans and tomfoolery of Gen Z. Back in the day, your boy would be vibing, laughing at corny memes I saw on the internet when things weren't as bad, hanging out with the homies, attempting to spit game with some girls, you know, the usual. But nowadays, the average teen is a wannabe internet thug or thinking he's a main character of an anime. Out here smoking on some grass. Like, what the duck, man? The amount of shit I witness is ridiculous. I be out here observing it all like I'm the watcher of the universe. But instead of it being that deep, it's just school and stories I hear from my younger friends. These degenerate acts keep getting worse and worse, I fear. And mind you, I ain't no perfect soul myself, and I don't want to sound like your grandpa, but I swear though, I feel certain things got normalized that definitely shouldn't be for younger kids. But anyways, for today's video, I'll be explaining everything that was back then, aka the good times, to how things change now. And after we go over these wild changes, I want y'all to let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this video. But first, we gotta talk about that classroom experience, because that's where we go to school in the first place, to head into that class and learn some knowledge that will totally benefit us in the future. Okay, maybe I lied, but we gotta learn at least some of the basics. 1 + 1 is 2 looking at us, you know what I mean? Now, a couple years back in school, people had some level of respect in class. Obviously, not everybody was on that scholar type of timing. And I'll admit, some people were acting like goofballs. In elementary school, I was known as a chatterbox machine. Yeah, out here talking out my ass, bro.
Shut your nasty ass up when I believe better get to the packet, boy. You better get your shopping cart, crippled fart, got an A, mom, I'm smart.
But even I didn't disrespect my teachers as much when it came to them teaching important lessons. Feel me, your boy had morals. But nowadays, nobody gives a flying monkey about anything. Like to the point where people decided to say F it all. Screw the system. We got 13-year-olds sucking and blowing on a little machine in the back of the classroom with their pothead friends. And we got the gamers of the classroom playing COD Mobile with the homies. While the teacher was waffling about how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Knowledge. Like I remember when kids were actually trying to participate in class. In whatever subject they were learning about. And people were even getting small awards if you actually answer the right questions. You know, like candy and stuff. You found me some simple shit like that. It got the job done. That would have me turning up actually trying to answer all the questions. And then later on become the teacher's pet. But now that shit just died out. Say goodbye to trying, that's lame as shit. And like what I said about technology advancing in schools, we got iPhones to entertain us from our boredom. But what is the point? We can choose to play COD Mobile instead. F this class, bro. I'm trying to get a 40 kill streak. And hey, at this point, I don't blame them. The only time you gotta see someone being productive is when the principal comes in the classroom and tries to observe. When you see a kid trying to ask the teacher to go to the bathroom, they don't even want to go to the bathroom. They just say that to skip around the hallways like a lunatic, being unsupervised in a mental asylum, free roaming for a side quest, then go to the bathroom to get high. Bro trying to come back to class with his eyes so red that you would think my man would be depressed, crying over about some girl. But nope, my man's just on that good shit, you feel me? But even I gotta admit, if I witnessed that shit, I would be laughing low-key. Bro got so sick of the class that he wanted to be on chill mode for a bit. I get it, bro. Seriously, I get it. Me personally, you just catch me sleeping in the back of the class at that point. If they ain't getting higher on their phones, these other kids trying to be worse by being nasty and disrespectful to the teachers. Like my brother in Christ, why you trying to ruin it for everybody else who's trying to get their day over with? I'm convinced these kids are trying to be evil little bastards for the giggles. Oh, look at me, I'm so cool to be disrespectful and rude. Hey bro, record me talking shit to the teacher. It's fun to get hella views, bro. Like bro, such a rude clout chasing ass up, bro. Don't make that shit, bro. Look at this wannabe thug, craving for attention. Now being a teacher in that situation would have me feeling mad, depressed, and wanting to quit. These other kids don't even care about learning, so now you gotta deal with that. Add that with the nasty, disrespectful ones? Oh, brother. Get me out of that job ASAP. They finna start up a whole revolution just for the teachers. They're finna catch me in that bid myself, fuck it. Not so long ago, teachers were on the top of everything and weren't getting disrespected as easily. They were out here being rulers, conquerors, leaders of the class. You try peeping your mouth out to say some BS, Miss Johnson finna come out with a ruler and whoop your ass. For education and learning purposes only, of course. You gotta do what's best for the children. Nowadays, these teachers are getting disrespected the most. These kids be making them their bitch for real. You having to let so much shit slide or else they'll get cancelled. Little Timmy can be on his phone in the middle of class while sucking on his V-stick. And the teacher's trying to be looking at bro laying it slide since there's nothing he can do about it. But at the end, nothing will change. Compared to the old times where if little Timmy even thought about it, he would get knocked out like the Hulk when you piss him off. If you're talking in class a lot, you're getting detention, and you'll probably get sent to the principal's office. But now the BS and degenerate acts have risen so much that in today's standards, you would be seen as a good little boy. Which is crazy, I know, but it's life. I think there is no hope for this behavior and I feel it'll probably get worse from here. Now let's talk about bullying in school, as I made a whole video about it a while ago. I don't condone bullying at all. I know it looks like I talk a lot of shit on this channel, but I just be trolling most of the time. If someone tries to bully you, I do believe in standing up for yourself against that BS. But when it comes to school, it definitely has changed. Maybe for the best or for the worst, depending if the person is being petty. It went from the classic little fights and shoving the nerd to the locker room, to now girls canceling you on their Snapchat for saying a mean word or starting a digital rumor. Guys, Brad called me ugly. What the shit?
You need to leave.
It's never that deep, bruh. And yet your whole school career would be over just like that. In school lunch, it was chill back then. Talking to the homies about video games, random stuff. The school lunch itself back then was alright. You got the wings, baby. But now people want to start food fights or actual fights in the middle of lunch. World Star, and nobody's trying to do anything about it. Everyone's going to have their phones out instead and record them trying to go viral with it. Like, dog, it's too early for this. Chill out. Just eat your food, bro. Why is you beefing in the middle of the school lunch? For the school bathroom, that place was always disgusting. But now it's disgusting and cringe. Got people out here doing TikTok dances in the bathroom with randoms and baby. Back then, you piss and dip or trade Pokemon cards with the boys, which I now realize was the kid-friendly version of gambling. But hey, compared to today's standards, we weren't really doing nothing wrong, are we? At least I ain't trying to hotbox the whole bathroom. I ain't that selfish. I'll be trying to destroy everybody's lungs in that bit. Like, it's literally impossible to take a poop with all this going on. And then we had these other kids starting to sell certain substances. Went from trading Pokemon cards to trading white sugar, pills, you name it. Gym class definitely changed so much. Went from having fun rolling around on some goofy scooter thing to now playing sports that I didn't want to participate at all, but I didn't have a choice since the general was on my booty. Besides basketball, that was fun on certain occasions. I know for some people in high school though, you could also chill on the bleachers, but it really depends on your school. One thing I guess will never change though is the pacer test. That bloody annoying fitness gram of a pacer test. And you know, after all the guys tried to be last and impress everybody, going straight to that water fountain, thirsty as hell. In general, I feel like back then kids were very much ops. Like, bro, I could be talking to my friend about something important while the class is in the hallways going somewhere, and the op friend would be like, shh, shut up, Jeffrey. Like, how about you shh your lame ass up? Get in front of the line since you care that much. Get out of our business, you fed. Bros most definitely fun to be an FBI agent in the future. The school assemblies back then were amazing, and everybody would be getting hyped for them. Oh yeah! Like, bro, we had a whole magician coming in on some Doctor Strange type shit, music video parodies, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nerd when it came to that book fair stuff. Yes, bro, I loved books back in the day, that was my thing. Now school assemblies just suck, but it's straight to the trash. Now it's just TSAs about cyberbullying, like the whole school isn't acting worse on the internet. All of them are just a bunch of trolls. Interaction in school is also something that got more mute and less socializing. You go from talking to friends about life or how trash school is, now you just see hundreds of kids roaming in the hallways, on their phones watching YouTube videos or worse. TikToks with like 3 to 4 videos all at once. Like, goddamn, our attention spans are so screwed. Like, with teachers, I can understand being bored of them. But legit, kids can't even focus on what their friend is talking about without some type of stimulation in the background. It's so bad, dog. Another thing I noticed was the difference in slang was a few years ago to now. Got little kids in the school talking about some MPC, YB better plus ratio, W Riz, bro, when all you're doing is just talking to a girl in the hallways. I know middle school is full of Vine references though, talking about some yeet, yeah, like what the shit. The problem with school crushes. When it comes to school, it's usually mad boring and some people from that boredom start to develop crushes. And you know it's normal to do so. I think some people here watching probably had a crush on somebody. Hey man, we all been there. I remember people in school would always be instigating. They'd be like, yo Jeff, who do you like? Or if it wasn't that, they would just assume you like the girl you talked to in class. And hey, sometimes they'd be right, but it doesn't mean you have to say it, like chill. And I'll be honest, I did have my fair share of interest with the girl I did my work with, but it wasn't really my main focus at the time. And when you are a kid, you really care more about video games than other types of crap, which the other crap was YouTube. But seeing everyone being in relationships, I just assumed that you had to like somebody, or I would feel like I'm missing out, which now I realize I didn't. I'll get into that in another video. Back then, kids really didn't care much on the people they like. You ask someone why they like this person in middle school and they'll say, I don't know, because she's pretty, or I don't know, because he's hot. Like, bruh, you know, just some shallow shit. Come to think of it, people were very simple back in the day. And it makes sense because as kids, we didn't fully develop developed yet. I didn't care about certain traits people had. No such thing as being picky on who we admire. I remember having a crush on this popular girl that everybody liked, and I swear I was always fumbling. But damn, bro was nervous for no reason. And these other guys would always try to hit on her. It was mad annoying. I'm already knowing it's gonna be that one kid commenting, "Oh, you jealous?" Like, boy, shut the fuck up. Blood out here being a simp on the low. Not like a super simp like Mordecai. It was never that deep. But I always thought this girl was kind of cute. To be fair, I think she did like me at the time because she always liked to talk to me about a bunch of random nonsense and would always sit near me in class. But even if there were obvious signs, I still didn't know how to approach her and tell her how I truly felt. There was no such thing as an instruction manual on how to have game back then, so you had to figure it all by yourself or hope your homie's advice works. Which, by the way, they usually never do, and you'll come out looking more stupid than ever acting like someone you're not. Luckily, I realized this very quickly, and I finally got out of that dumb crush phase and got more confident in myself. But of course, before I told this girl how I felt, my friend told her before me, trying to be a W wingman. More like being L Mans. How you're trying to embarrass me? Like, what's up with that, man? Like, what the duck? Come on now, my guy. You got me looking like I'm scared to talk to her. Got me looking like a wuss. I really wanted to give him that Will Smith that day. Slap him behind the neck. Because that's what he deserves, bro. And then her friends heard about it and tried to instigate and troll. I had to deal with all sorts of shenanigans. I did eventually start talking to the girl, but things ended very quickly. We later on just became friends. It just wasn't meant to be. It is what it is. Dealing with that experience taught me to be more confident in myself as well. Years later, I started perfecting my craft. I fumbled some, sure, and others I actually secured. The point is, when you are young, crushes are totally normal. Having those stupid feelings are just a part of life. Whether you believe you should follow those feelings is up to you. But at the same time, never take life too seriously when it comes to that stuff, especially when you're young. But the real problem is when that innocent little crush you have turns people into wild stalkers or even worse. Ultra simps. Bloody simps, man. Simp. And god damn, I knew hella simps in my high school. The whole damn school was full of them. Like, these dudes was out here simping so hard for them cheerleaders. And I ain't gonna lie, it was fine as hell, but still, bro was feeding for that Snapchat. Mind you, no disrespect to them because I had my fair share of crushes, but at least I talked to most of them. These dudes would be scared to even look in the direction of the opposite gender. And if they do interact with them, they're gonna be out here doing some foolish things. And also, people think simps are only for the guys, when the girls are just as bad, maybe even worse. Like, are we gonna forget about these fangirls who are going crazy for Jack Harlow? I swear, they must think they're off the hook or something. If y'all don't know me by now, I talk shit about everybody. I don't pick sides. Like, legit. You can go on TikTok and look up those third shot videos with the guy doing those weird dances and that light skin face. They be out there drooling in the comment section. Down bad females. Like, holy cow, they be out here talking about some, oh my god, my cat is wet. Like, hey yo, my sister of Christ, what are you waffling about? You should not be saying that. You are focusing on the wrong thing. What you need to focus on is your schoolwork. Your ass ain't graduated yet, stop tweaking. What's even more crazy is that it be these 14-year-old girls pouring their hearts out. Like, bro's actually gonna care about them. And they must have forgotten my girl Candace. She was the true definition of the simp, at least when it comes to the girls. Her ass would always be doing the dumbest things just to talk to Jeremy. Oh, but Jeremy, he's not like other guys. Like, girl, shut the fuck up, bruh.
Well, if you don't get your squiggly diggly head.
If that's not down bad, I don't know what is. And now it's time to get on the boys. I'm sorry, homies, but y'all not safe either. In fact, y'all just as down bad when it comes to going on TikTok, calling girls mommy when a girl does a TikTok dance. Like, hey yo, my brother in Christ, find God. Or it gets even worse where they be telling them to make an OnlyFans. Yo, you're so hot, you know, you should make an OnlyFans. Like, little Jimmy, first off, you can't even afford this. Stop using your dad's credit card. You're gonna get caught anyways. And second off, you're 13, little Jimmy. 13! Why are you talking about OnlyFans? You're too young, man. Little Jimmy, you should be ashamed. You out here being disrespectful to your actual mother. You out here cooking and cleaning after you while you out here calling other random girls mommy. And forget y'all, bro, I'm finna be an op real quick. But I call all y'all moms to ground y'all, real talk. These little rascals are downright horrendous. Their simp activities is on max. In school, when people have crushes, they usually try to build up the courage to say something and hope he achieves victory. Or he'll fumble like the majority and move on to the next target. But not nowadays. They just record their crush on TikTok from far away distance. Talk about a digital stalker, but everybody knows. Hey, you're a weirdo. Blood doesn't even care anymore. Yeah, that's right. I'm a weirdo. I have social anxiety, so I can't talk to my crush. But I'll post her on my story. That's totally smart, little Jimmy. Psych! I feel bad for people who have crushes and they be simping mad hard, especially when they never experienced being in a relationship because they can't handle rejection when the time comes. Their delusion and fantasies made them believe that their crush will actually want to be with them. If your crush doesn't want to talk to you, you gotta push through, bro. Move on. Don't become one of those guys who are depressed for years because Jessica didn't want you. Like, my man, it's been 20 years and you're still sad about that? But I can't lie though, I also understand why people were very nervous back then. Like, imagine 10-year-old you going up to a girl trying to ask them out, and then their friend comes cock blocking the situation and then says, ew, get out of here, you beast. My best friend doesn't want you. You're so ugly. Ew, gross. You disgusting being. You shouldn't even be near our presence.
Hey, go ahead, country here, that boy.
Like my sister in Christ, I ain't trying to be rude now, but you ain't no Disney princess yourself. It's piggy looking ass. Looking worse than a cockroach. I'd rather be with an alien than your ugly dragon looking ass. Actually, that's disrespectful because the dragon in Shrek still looks better than you. Forget those weird ass hoes anyways. You don't want to be with someone who lets their friends boss them around and answer for them. They'd be the worst. I remember this one time my friend had a crush on this girl in class, and bro was being so down bad. Like, I mean super down bad. My brother in Christ was out here trying to be a gentleman, so he says. When in reality, he was just being a nerd simp. Bro was out here ready to do this girl's homework and all of her assignments. Like, damn, when I asked for help, he acted like he was deaf. But when it comes to his crush, he gets all the attention and help? Man, that's some BS, dog. What happened to bros before hoes? Bro said F that bullshit. It's crazy because the farthest he got from that relationship was being a friend. Talk about the friend zone of hell. And it's not that I'm trying to diss my mans for not getting his crush. It's the fact that he did all this work, doing a week's worth of schoolwork that wasn't even his, but for some random girl that he talked to for a few minutes, when all he could have done was just ask her out. If she wasn't interested in him, he could have moved on. He didn't have to waste so much time and energy on somebody that doesn't even care about him. He could have used that time to become the best version of himself. I know it just sounded like a self-improvement video, but that's just facts. That's why you gotta be like my boy Bob. Go up to the person you like, ask them out. Just keep it real and casual with them. Remember, your crush is not a god. Unless she's somehow Wonder Woman, then I guess that's different. If they say yes, that's a W for you. If she says no, you're chilling. Trust me, you're not missing out at all. I'd rather have you move on than feeding for someone who doesn't even care about you. Don't act worse than them hobos and bums feeding for money to use for crack. The worst thing anyone can do that's worse than simping in school though is doing it online. That girl you like can post a pic on IG, and blood would be barking like a dog in the comment section. Like, hey yo, when did bro become an animal? People be acting way too devious. Especially when it comes to that Discord shit. You're gonna have an army of horny teens and old men fighting over you. And these simps between some random ass shit as well. It's so bad that I don't even think I can even show it on YouTube. Overall, having a crush and simping in school can be very insane. Like, people take it way too extreme. It should just be an innocent little crush. If you truly want to be with that person, hit them up in the DMs or after school. And at the end, don't take it too seriously. It's school after all. The problem with homework. Homework is the worst, most horrible thing to ever exist on this planet. Homework is something I always hated growing up as a kid. Shocker, right? Like, there's no way anyone genuinely got excited when the teacher said, make sure to do your homework that's due tomorrow. Besides the teacher's pet, of course. You know they love that good old classic homework sheet. They love homework more than a kid loving Christmas. Yay, we're getting homework, let's go, I'm so excited. Such a goofy ass, such a lame ass. For me personally, homework has always held me back in life, especially in high school. Like, bro, let a youngin' chill. I'm doing all the work they want me to do in class and extra depending how strict bro is. And they have the audacity to give me all these sheets of paper from different types of classes all being due the next day. My brother in Christ, am I a slave to you? Am I a piece of cattle to just mess around with? I'm not your cow. To me, that's the definition of student hell. Not even the fact that it's hard, but it's just so time consuming. I don't even do this anymore, but I'd rather watch hours of degenerate mindless content on YouTube to do a complex math sheet, okay? I'm just saying. Especially when they don't teach it properly in class. I don't know why they bother putting so much effort in the homework just for me. I'm not fun to do it. Teach better. You're catching me past my test though. I'm not stupid, I'm just lazy. Hey, at least I'm honest. I understand nowadays homework is for teachers to determine if we understand what they're yapping about. Even though we could just research or better yet just give us simplified definitions. A really bad take in my opinion though, according to Google, is that school uses homework as an excuse so the parents can check out what we're working on. They don't give a duck. And even if they did, they don't want to read over all these piles of homework sheets. They're too busy working on their job or cleaning the dishes. Just give them a simple answer about what you're doing in class. I just don't do that homework BS, alright? Homework can generally suck a cock-a-doodle-doo respectfully. At the end of the day, everyone should agree it's just needless work. Please teachers, I'm begging y'all, stop giving us this crap. I don't know how any teacher can agree about it. In fact, I see it as more of a negative than a positive for them to grade all this homework. They should allow having to do less work at home. You won't have to be wasting time grading going through all these little Jimmy's work who probably didn't even try on their homework anyways. I know deep down those teachers want it gone just as much as I do. At least from the way they look all depressed and shit. Stop fake smiling, miss. Just keep it real with us, please. But I'm convinced any teacher who gives out more work than they need to, they gotta have some sort of evil suffer kink or something. Like my brother in Christ, find God. They deserve to go to the depths of hell. Burn in flames, you bastards. Or at least send them to Alcatraz with their mentally ill selves. And I personally owe my druggy subscribers an apology. Don't get it twisted, I definitely meant 60% of what I said about disliking drugs in the video. Even though people should know by now I'm a troll. Maybe you'll catch me smoking with Fulcrum for the memes one day, who knows? Like I said, I understand why people do it. Especially with having to do all these paper sheets and projects, like sheesh. This buffoonery could make anyone start a smoking habit, even me. It just didn't, as simple as that. Look, I don't mind being disciplined or things of that nature, but damn school, you better pay me for working until my skin decays and become one of those skeletons science teachers use. Like I'm literally dead. Another reason why homework is useless now, especially in the new era, is the fact that people like to cheat. Like when it came to cheating with friends, most times they may not always be there to help you out. But with technology, that is not a problem. Besides the fact that you can basically look up all the answers if the teachers lazy and just copy and paste it from there. Kids be having so many resources now, like Brainly or Photomath. And if they're not using that, they got the king of AI, ChatGPT. I feel like out of the millions of users, a good 70% of them gotta be kids in school, trying to use it to cheat on their homework and essays. It's like having a robot slave ready to do everything you ask them to do. It's a cheat code, baby. It's very overpowered and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I attempted to use it on some occasion. I'm sorry, but it's like legit teasing me to just use it. When it comes to personal experience of doing homework, that shit felt like it was hurting the kid mentally, doing work that doesn't feel worth it, destroying my mind. During junior year of high school, it was very boring. Homework after homework, after projects, it's like, what the shit? When you are a C student type of kid, you basically do the bare minimum school-wise. You either got other passions you want to work on, which was me, or you're just a lazy bastard, which was also me. And that was never a problem with my teachers since at least I passed my tests and did most of my assignments in class if I'm not sleeping. These teachers would be telling you that homework is used to study and educate yourself about the upcoming test. But the way my brain processes information, it basically means to me that I don't have homework. I can just look at it if I want to. Which in that case, you definitely are not catching me looking over that homework. Might as well just be a study guide at that point. I would have been busy cooking up NPCs on 2K or securing the dub on Fortnite. You can consider me the Allen Iverson of school, real talk. We're talking about studying. Come on now, dog. Are we serious right now? Besides, you can catch me studying at the last minute at like 1 AM. Get my tired ass to walk to school, get to class, study a little bit before the class starts. Because why not? I'll probably remember the answers anyways doing that. And then finish off the test and get a good old B. And you feel me? I'm chilling with that. You're not gonna catch me crying being depressed because I didn't get an A. I'm a grateful person. Like damn, they could have made homework a suggestion, but nah. They said we're getting the homework on top of the test. So despicable of them to do that. They must think we're some type of no-lives. Which don't get me wrong, some of us are. But still though, maybe I want to go out with the homies for the one time and enjoy my childhood. Maybe I just want to watch top tier movies with the family and eat popcorn. I really do feel bad for the parents who have to waste their precious time to help out on work we don't even care about. I swear homework got so boring that one time I had to do a whole reading assignment and my mom found me sleeping on my desk. Like bro, I read like 3 pages max as well. It's crazy because I don't even think reading books is bad. Homework killed my love for books. I used to be that one kid in the school book fair getting all these books. Now they be forcing me to read books I don't even care about. Like why, teacher? Why do you do this? I don't mind reading all these textbooks in class, but at home? Don't ruin it for me at home, man. That's my safe place. Got me reading all these big ass textbooks. You want to read these big ass books that you don't even care about? Let's keep it a buck. I'm basically teaching myself doing this. What's a teacher here for? Bro, it's useless. Get out of here. I got this big ass book to teach me everything I need to do. And those projects, ugh, holy cow, I hate projects, especially when I have to do them. And to be fair, when it came to projects, I was a bad student. I always did them last minute. But if they got you doing a PowerPoint or an irrelevant person from a wheel spin, would you blame me? Like the guy was so irrelevant that I don't even remember his name. He may as well just be a mystery man. My worst enemy was math homework though, especially when you don't pay attention because your teacher's more boring than a YouTube ad. Add that with the overcomplicated equations, your boy was cooked. If it wasn't for my smart friend in class who actually explained the homework and using a little bit of math way, I most definitely would have failed. Something that wasn't hard, but the true definition of time consuming was the big boy essays. They be wanting you to write more words than a text from your ex. I ain't reading all that. Ain't no way an English teacher is actually reading all these essays at once. Or if he is, bro, gotta be depressed. I would be sitting there for hours typing on the Google Doc just to come out with the word duh in amazing quality. Now these kids can ask ChatGPT to do it for them like a good robot slave. But I had to use my brain, bro. I wasn't lucky like y'all. I was having a brain attack doing them. I would always used to take those mini breaks and watch a bit of YouTube. Well, I shouldn't say mini breaks. They were more like hour-long breaks, but I was so delusional back then that I convinced myself I was being productive doing this. Another thing that homework ruined for me was history, even though I actually like history class. The real reason why I liked it though is because of Assassin's Creed. And what's the deal with them trying to be the off-brand English class? We're supposed to be doing history-related work, not work on our English vocabulary. I was so exhausted from having all these types of homework due in similar times. I mean, thinking about jumping off a bridge in Minecraft, of course, was catching me going insane out here. Even had moments talking to myself. Homework could destroy any innocent soul worse than the devil could. How I was able to overcome setting all these assignments is a mystery to me. Not even Sherlock Holmes would know. I can argue and piss on homework all I want, but it's probably never gonna disappear anyways. But it's fun to rant. I like to talk my shit. I do believe homework has to evolve though, since AI has been overused a lot recently, and exposing how easy the work can be with the click of a button. But hey, it is what it is. That is something the teachers can worry about. That's not my problem. If anything, the person I should really be mad at is Horseman. You finna catch me building a time machine and tell little bro to never let homework be a need. All the other stuff with school, I can let it slide. But take homework off the menu. Like bro, my boy Roberto invented the concept of homework as punishment, so the feeling makes more sense now. But what doesn't make sense though is that he did this in apparently 1905 or 1095. Like my brother in Christ, the math must be wrong. Bro must be an immortal sent on earth to ruin my life. School thoughts are wild. Yes, you heard me. Hey, don't get it twisted. shout out to the thought-provoking, I mean, the freaky thought shotties who looked out for the kid during the darkest days of depression we call school. School thoughts are the most bold, freakiest, crazy, and most insane human beings in the world to ever exist. More insane than the Joker, at least when it comes to my dick. Look at folks that Gok 3000 in the school bathroom. They'll be the ones you hear under the bleachers. Them cheerleaders don't play around. And the amount of crazy stories you'll hear about them are just so juicy that even I'm tuned in. I don't even like drama for real. I won't be sitting here acting like I don't mind a freaky girl with me. Especially during a boring school day in class where the teacher's waffling about God knows what. When you're just sitting there trying to dip and leave with shoddy. There are many types of school thoughts where they range from funny to crazy characteristics about these wild creatures that make them unique, or just overall toxic beings that you hate to be with. I know, right? Hating someone for basically giving you free action? You gotta be bugging, sir. Hey man, hear me out real quick, because y'all would be surprised, bruh. It ain't always just about the pee, bruh, alright? Anyways, for the first school thought, this is the one who got known for going crazy and being freaky with the entire world. Every single citizen knows this person. The lovable classic school thought. Lil bro got popular off of messing with mad heads in the school. He got more body counts than a Call of Duty player. He out here taking more souls than the Grim Reaper. Bloody hell. He out here being worse than the demon at this point. Their clothes were so wild that they became the reason that the school started creating a school dress code. Hey, don't blame the school, blame the motherfuckers who come in with the shortest of skirts and a see-through shirt, which by the way, I don't mind, you feel me? And sure, I get it, school is kind of OD when it comes to my fellow women and their clothing. I understand, I had female friends in high school talking about it. But come on now, bruh, that shit is literally see-through. The normal clothes though, obviously though, that's fucked up. Bro thought he was fun to be slick. No wonder they got known, they stand out more than a Wojak clown. Gonna be collecting all these boys innocent like some Pokemon balls. And just for the fun of it, it's actually kind of crazy. But god dang, you telling me 90% of the school knows your body more than your name? That's how you know it's bad. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. What is interesting to me is how these loser guys would be talking about this person's got pretty privilege. But in reality, it's just those other guys being down bad. I ain't gonna lie, I know motherfuckers who are hooked up with people who didn't really care about them, they were just bored. It's a sad world, but it is what it is. Like seriously, after what I saw on Twitter, young bulls out here calling girls mommy, I already knew our generation was doomed to get in action, sure, but I promise, it's just a hit and dip. There's not gonna be no long-term relationship. You're bound to catch the disease as well. Because imagine 40 Richards beating that shit up like Rocky hitting some raw beef. Next is the classroom thought. Not gonna lie, this is my least favorite thought. Not because of the fact that my peers and I ain't getting no action. I promise y'all, it's never that deep to hook up with someone who's for the streets. But it's the fact that this dude or girl can be the dumbest kid in class and they somehow still get A's. Like my brother in Christ, what am I doing wrong? Let's say it's time for exams or you're just doing an assignment and you're feeling lazy, alright? So you're like, why not? Let's cheat from the person next to you. I mean, you are desperate and you don't even care about doing any type of background checks on this person if they have good grades in the class or not. You just want the work to be over with. I feel that. But then once it's time for grading, you see yourself getting a 70 at most, but then somehow the person you literally just copied off of right next to you gets 100, A+, and a little smiley face. A bloody smiley face. Like, hello? Like, huh? Are my eyes deceiving me? Am I getting old? Am I becoming blind? Because ain't no way I'm just putting all this effort in cheating for nothing. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about some, haha, that's karma, Jeffrey. Like, shut up, please, alright? Just stop. Cállate la boca. Because there's gotta be something that's going on that I don't know about. I was over here thinking maybe she was the teacher's pet. Perhaps the teacher graded the wrong worksheet. I'm overthinking like crazy about it. The whole time the teacher and the kid were doing it behind everyone back after class or hooking up in the teacher's crib. You're getting all the attention and help while everyone else has gotta deal with the stress and crap from the teacher. It's crazy because people think it's only girls being hoes. And us guys ain't close to being innocent whatsoever. When it comes to the teens in high school or the teachers. The whole place is a bunch of degenerates. If anything, I argue both are just as crazy. Feel me, I ain't no angel from the heavens myself. Really, when it comes to the whole thought stereotype, that can be anyone, including a freaking alien at this point. Anyone who's being on that naughty type of timing. Y'all telling me y'all ain't see that one movie of bro and the teacher flirting in detention? Bro already knew after he got that look he was finna get some. Secure an A+, knowing well he was supposed to get an F. If we fail the test, you fail too. I don't mess with favorites. On my soul, I don't want to sound like 6ix9ine, but if I ever fail the test and I legit copied off of your work and you still somehow magically pass and get a better grade than me, I'm sorry Brody, but I'm snitching to the staff. Getting that teacher locked the frick up, bruh. Yes, Goofy, say goodbye to your job. Bye bye. Haha, loser. I mean, come on, y'all. I get it. Y'all got your own little fantasies. Y'all weird little fantasies. But let's not act like these kids are not getting taken advantage of. Especially if it was a middle school kid. Like, come on, bruh. That's just bad. But yeah, anyways, point is, equality for all and no finesse unless we cheating. And I'm getting the answers. At least I have morals. Alright, let me shut up like I'm not cheating off an assignment. Hey man, the homies look out for each other is all I'm gonna say. Next is the one who does it in school. Ugh, like school? Like, come on now. Y'all freaky lovebirds are tripping. Motherfuckers are so horny that they'll risk getting caught and doing it in the most random places in school instead of a motel or in their room. Like bro, these people doing it in the most disgusting smelly school bathroom. Not the school bathroom. Like, oh. Yeah, I thinking they finna shoot a pee-up scene. I remember I was trying to go to the bathroom and in the stall next to me, I saw these two were just doing it. Or at least I thought. I saw like 4 legs in that stall, bruh. Something was going down there. I don't know. Heard a bunch of loud screaming, bruh. And it didn't sound like that type of screaming either. They the type who basically practicing to make an OnlyFans account as soon as they turn 18. Trying to cash in that lovely check. They saw all them Twitter and Instagram pages of young girls getting that bag from the sad simps. And it was like, oh yeah, I'm finna get on my boss bitch shit. Hell yeah. Like, girl, if you don't get your... Hey man, I respect women. Y'all do what y'all want to do at the end of the day. I get it, times are tough. We're all becoming brokies in this little matrix. But I feel like low-key, this may sound controversial to say, but I feel like it's getting to the point where it's going to be so normalized. Or if I talk to anyone in school trying to look for a relationship, right? And if I ask about the hobbies they like to do, they're going to be like, oh, I'm trying to be an OF model when I grow up. Like, hey, I didn't even ask about that. Like, hello? Now the average high school girl's talking about some, let's get high. Let's make an OF page. Let's go wild on TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just saying. But that's just all I hear now. Me personally, like I said, I'm a private but not secret type of guy when it comes to my relationships. I ain't trying to have random dudes look at my meat, okay? I ain't gonna lie, but that shit got me crying just thinking about it. Next is the school thoughts who get rejected. Oh, this is when it gets spicy. Imagine rejecting a school thought who was basically able to get anyone they ever wanted without having to form any personality or even try. Just know she's gonna turn mad toxic and crazy, and if the homies hear about it, they finna praise you like a god. They're gonna be like, the witchcraft and temptation didn't work on him. And that's when you're gonna deal with the girl's insults. And it would be sad because you probably didn't even mean to let them down in a mean way. You know, you try to be nice and humble. You could be like, I'm just a guy who's got morals, or I'm trying to focus on myself right now. I'm sorry, love. Like, I swear, bro, in this generation, focusing on yourself is lame. Or if you don't want to be with her, that's gay. Oh, you got a girlfriend or something? Or you don't like girls? Like, what? You're not trying to hit this? Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be with you, but we can still be friends, okay? Chill. Like, it's not my fault I'm not interested, okay? Now, when it comes to being in a relationship with the school thought, I must warn you. When it comes to the boys group chat, at least, because I don't know how it is for girls, but just know, bro, you're gonna deal with straight trolls, buffoonery, clownery, and all types of noise. They're gonna be making so many memes of you. You're gonna be straight grilling your shit like a Krabby Patty. You're gonna get roasted so many times that your dad has become depressed. You're gonna be looking all sad and gray. You finna wish you never spoke to that girl. Like my brother in Christ, you're gonna go through it worse than a celeb with the paparazzi. Now, the school party thoughts be the most fun to be with, I ain't gonna lie. They for sure know how to have a fun time, man. Like the main characters in the party throwing that shit back all the way to Canada. We got the Snapchat demons. Holy. The ones who are on socials after school with the Snapchat score so high that you'll think she's treating it like a video game. You got the same copy and paste text messages and noodles for all the guys. You're not special, little bro. You be the ones who try to act all innocent, but they be the most wild and dirty. And they be fine as hell too, I ain't gonna lie. Picky school thoughts. Yes, imagine thoughts being picky. Basically the cheerleaders who are only gonna go out with football players, soccer players, or basketball players. You're trying to get the athletic genes, bruh. By the way, for the millionth time, don't take this video seriously, bro. I'm an NPC robot YouTuber. The problem with rap culture in school. SoundCloud rappers, am I right? The wannabe thugs, the Ice Spices, the dudes whose English is worse than a caveman. People who keep saying they finna make it out the hood with this song knowing well their music is hard garbage. Might as well get started on that school janitor application. Because I'm sorry to say it, but you making my ears bleed with hearing that crap. These kids are the type to have their pants sagging because the song told them to do so. I sag my pants. Like they out here promoting their music on Snapchat thinking they deserve 1 million views or some shit. Bro does not know how to market himself. The rap heads in the room screaming louder than a pee-up scene. But then comes to school all mad and antisocial and quiet like a mouse. I get it though, school can have that depression type of effect on us. They can have all the energy in the world to deride their favorite rapper, but can't even make a good song themselves. They be the ones saying where the hoes at in their lyrics, but then get scared all shaken up when they pull up IRL. Like, bro, I brought the hoes, where you at, gang? Where did all that hyper energy go? That's like when rappers talking on the internet talking about some Crips, acting like they part of a gang or some shit. Like, dude, your family is rich and living in the suburbs. Stop it, please. All the rap shenanigans that happen in school is hilarious and so random to me that it actually interests me. Like, where did bro come from trying to spit acting like the old Kanye, saying the most real bars my ears have ever heard? Like, remember that time when everybody was doing the whip and nene? Bro had 2015 a whole chokehold for real. He dropping bangers after bangers with these hood classics. Bro had everybody spamming this emo to the grave.
Watch me whip.
And looking at like, bro, why did our brains keep telling us to keep doing this? Had some of the little bros do it so many times they broke off their whole arm. Or also that time when the backpack kid wasn't even rapping. He was just doing that silly floss dance with the beat in the background. And then even Fortnite copied that shit. When you got an emote in Fortnite, that's how you know you made it, respectfully. And I swear everyone thought doing that shit was so cool and stuff. Had everyone thinking they were him doing that dance for real. The whole rap culture is just such a mess, especially when it comes to school back then. But it also had its pros and cons. Rap culture, at least to me personally, has become a universal thing where all types of people can enjoy it. Whether it be the casual high school school wannabe thug, or the chill kid who listens to mainstream songs because he's bored. Everyone could come together and not have to worry about any type of problems. Unless you have those friends who take your music taste very seriously. Seriously to the point that they will cut you off if you don't like their favorite artist. Like, bro, what? That's like me saying I hate y'all if I don't like my favorite rapper Juice WRLD or some shit. At the end, everyone has their own taste, bro. It's not that deep. Get ready to be together arguing all night on who should be the better rapper on a tier list. On my soul, that shit would have everybody stressing out here overthinking about mid rappers. When the whole time we should be doing our homework, but at the end of the day, F that shit. You should be lucky if your group is still friends with you by the end of that list, by the way. Just know recently I did that with some of y'all favorite YouTubers in Discord and we somehow made it okay. Depending on what type of kid you are, there could be certain songs you can listen to while doing some dreadful assignments that the teacher gave you due to the next day. At least for me it helps because I can't be in a room with no sound in the background doing some homework. Or else I'm gonna go crazy and just sleep. Even in school I'd be having my AirPods in like an NPC listening to some top tier tunes. The songs be so fire that would be having me levitate. Or at least that's how I feel. Trying to catch me flying up to heaven in this bit. Sometimes you just don't want to be bothered, and instead just be in your own little world. And music kind of helps with that. But let's not act like there's some people who take lyrics way too seriously. Or be just straight up singing specific songs they probably heard on TikTok and singing in class. For everybody to hear like we care. Like, god damn, shut your annoying ass up. If you don't get you thought I was feeling you? Like, no, I was not feeling you, gang. And no, I'm not a munch. I'm not finna eat you. What, you think I'm a cannibal or some shit? Go sing that shit in the shower, gang, or at the recording room. Not in school class, okay? I go to school specifically for the memes, not this annoying ass crap. Now, if you in choir class or some shit, then that's cool. That's your only excuse. The Ice Spice fangirls would always speak her lingo now, especially when it comes to talking to us guys. Like, bro, I'm trying to say this in the most nicest way possible. Just be yourself. It's not quirky or cute. That stuff ain't it unless you want to date a TikTok addict. Because in that case, go ahead. I'm not trying to go date an Ice Spice clone, okay? That's just gonna be mad annoying. It gets so bad to the point that they play on their Instagram pics or make TikTok videos using her song for some views. Then again, I can't talk. I'm a YouTuber and I want views too, so okay. Trying to have the whole school be a munch, goddammit. Gen Z is cooked, we're fried. As for the rap guys, they'll be saying the most outrageous stuff and act like it's normal. Hit it like I'm sucking on that dick. Like, bro, hey yo, like what are you saying? What in the Aiden Ross is going on here? They hear something about expensive change and then they go on the internet to buy some fake change to wear. Act like there's some gangsta balling out living that lifestyle. Knowing well they chilling, living in a crappy area. Like, bro, use that money to invest in yourself, okay? Like, I'm trying to put y'all onto some game right now. Wasting your whole life savings on freaking jewelry, okay? That's crazy. And don't make me pull out my diamond tester and catch you lacking like how these YouTubers be doing y'all in the mall.
It almost got ringing, bro.
You finna get clowned for the rest of the school semester if you get caught wearing some fake shit. I'm worried for my generation thinking that stuff is cool nowadays. I'm not innocent. I'll be doing some dumb stuff and say things I don't mean. At the end of the day, I'm trolling and not wasting my bread. These delusional rap heads think that that's how they should be living for the rest of their lives. And also drink that yummy purple lean. Sipping on that lean, call me Bean, what you mean? Eh, bloody SoundCloud rappers, man. Over here trying to get so high that your eyes turn red. I'm like Michael Jordan, I'm fly. Getting high, bloody red ass eyes. Don't give a shit all the time. If YoungBoy told you on a rap song to jump off a bridge in Minecraft, I'm already know there's gonna be half of these dumbass kids doing that stuff. Damn, even after a few years, YB started to realize some of the things he said was out of pocket.
They got me. Man, look at the I spoke about, look at the shit I put in these people's ears. Actually am responsible for when it comes to my music.
You realize people took it way too seriously. Also, don't get me wrong, some rappers be speaking from the heart. Most times the lyrics either be cap or just for fun. The YB fans be trying to race y'all IRL looking mad goofy and weird, trying to impress their king. Like, lil bro, this is not Twitter, okay? This is not an app. This is real life in school. Everybody's saying he's the best artist of all time. He clears everybody. Honestly, if you clicked on this video on the thumbnail alone, I'm proving my point with the flex golden chain and Ice Spice. The power of flexing and Ice Spice is more overpowered than Goku in his final form. That's why ever since 2016 came around, the amount of SoundCloud rappers I saw in school just spawning in everywhere was wild as shit. Talking about some, we on the come up, gotta get my money up, not my funny up, cause I can't trust no hoe. Bitches bugging, work my debt, be acting slow. Which don't get it twisted, my brother in Christ. You spitting some facts, SoundCloud rapper. These women do love trolling for fun. But don't make it your whole personality or just say it every single time in your bars. Unless that's the type of rapper you want to be, then go ahead, of course. And when these type of kids go live on IG, it'd be so funny, I'm not gonna lie to you. Play the trash ass, weak ass music in the background, having the auto-tune sounding worse than a dying horse. You're not Travis Scott, okay? Please stop, we're begging you. We're not making out the hood with this one. The drip they have will always look like they want attention. Even the money be faking their Instagram pics. You think that's actual money? That's the shit they be using for Hollywood movies. And when it comes to the rare gems in school, I swear for some reason 9% of these guys just quit. They left when the world needed him the most, like an avatar abandoning the 4 nations. My personal favorite in school is when the friend group just randomly started freestyling. What can I say? Little bros are trying trying to go viral with it. You know it's fire when you're freestyling with the homies and it feels like everybody's doing their part in a school project. But after a few years, deep down I realized we need to get our ears checked or something because we weren't even saying nothing crazy. Another thing I saw kids do if they weren't doing roast battles were rap battles. Feelings are gonna be so hurt that it'll feel worse than getting your heart broken. These rap battles will have you needing a therapist after it's done. If you get hit with the nastiest bar, the whole crowd's gonna be laughing at you. I would feel hella embarrassed. But of course, I would never let that happen to me, but that's just me though. I started spitting so fast that they thought I was on some Eminem type of timing, when the whole time I was probably spitting gibberish. I'm rapping and capping and trapping, a bitch will be laughing, I don't give a shit cause your bitch will be snapping. I lost all my hope in humanity when they were saying happy birthday to these rappers on their Instagram stories, but not their own mans. The amount of L activities you guys are on, come on now, do better, brother. Even with these girls, they be choosing a whole rapper over their boyfriend. I be seeing it so many times on Twitter. At the end, just have fun, listen to what you want to listen to. I'm just chatting, I'm bored. The same type of kid who listens to all type of music. Even drill, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna shoot my ops. I got morals, brody. Violence ain't always the answer, unless you get into a school fight, but that's a discussion for another time. Just don't get so deep before you dig yourself into a 10-foot hole of regret and sorrow for fiending over rappers. Having Riz in school, you either got game or you don't. It's as simple as that, baby. For some kids, all they do is chill on their school desk and hit that girl with the meanest light-skinned face of death and bam, instant hose. Bro's Riz level is on max. Man's a whole cheat code in the system that needs to be stopped. Like how is bro getting all the girls?
Sin City was made, yeah.
Oh my god, I want you.
Reality.
Bruce, shut your goofy ass up with that Riz meme, it's so cringe.
Now when it comes to others, they gotta put in more energy. Like the Rizzler of all said, aka Kaisenat. If you can make her laugh and giggle, you can make that ass clap and juggle, baby, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, at the end of the day, everyone's got their own style on how to Riz, you feel me? Riz has just become a whole universal word from Gen Z because of TikTok. Bloody TikTok. As soon as Duke Dennis and Kaisenat started saying the slang, the whole world hopped on the wave. It just made that word mainstream. Now it's become a normal word for the dictionary, at least when it comes to Gen Z kids. Even though it can be very overplayed and corny, I see no stopping it no matter how badly people want it gone. Even Duke Dennis said that shit died. But now we see Riz content everywhere on YouTube. Ironically, even in this video. Having charisma in game has been a thing for a while though. Whether you're just simply that guy, even your boy had that awkward chill type of Riz. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Like I always say, if it works, don't fix it. Enough about me. For now, let's talk about the early stages of Riz. Or at least the funny moments that kids consider Riz in their time. When it comes to elementary school level type of Riz, it would be just so hilarious. The simple days of youth. Good old days when we were all innocent and pure. Everybody wasn't such a freaky bastard, thinking about nothing else besides wanting to play with their toys or video games once they get home. Wouldn't really judge kids on these tactics. When it came to recess, oh boy, there were a few corny ways people wanted to get their crush's attention. For one, it would be people starting a race with the person going for their girl. Most elementary kids' logic was that if they were faster than everybody else in the school, they'll instantly get their crush. I know, right? It just sounds dumb. The most stupid and funniest thing to ever believe, but hey, we were like 9 or something. That was the best we can do back then apparently. If you actually had the sauce back then, you were ahead of your time. You would be the original Rizzler when it comes to that school. And besides, they don't know any better. Honestly, compared to original females now, it's actually kind of crazy how simple it was back in the day. It was that or the fact that they played tag and they were it, they would always be chasing their crush. This is not how you Riz up the baddies, bro. I swear, these little ass kids had some type of obsession with run equals she'll be in love with you. Like that had to be the meta in elementary, dog, or something, bro. Because in PE, people were always trying to flex to the girls that they would be able to outrun the pacer test. My brother in Christ, you're not catching me losing oxygen and stumbling on the ground and then somehow think I'm the coolest Chad to ever exist. I remember a friend of mine that did that, and you know what happened after being the last person in that pacer test? No reaction. Like little bro thought he was the main character in the movie. Bro was expecting all the girls to go after him and everybody's cheering for him. Psych! Ya thought! Even the coach wasn't having that. In class, people would be trying to pretend they weren't nervous, shaking their body, and they probably looked up how to get girls on their mom's phone and just assumed that everything that was said they should actually do. Like when did bro change and start acting different? He was just picking his boogers and yelling in class the other day. Now he thinks he's all cool and stuff. But hey, whatever it takes to get the girls' attention, I guess. Another way they wanted to Riz up their crush, they took the whole friend group to round up together like a class project, pass notes on her desk. It would be those paper notes saying, do you like me? Yes or no? Even though they would never have their name on it, like a dummy. How was she supposed to know who she's saying yes? Ironically though, sometimes it actually worked. And they checked out the yes box without knowing who this mysterious person is. It could be an American Psycho trying to ask them out for all we know. When you start to get to that middle school level Riz, that's when things start to change up a bit. That was the beginning of kids using social media to rizz up the biddies. There were kids out here posting on their story talking about some anyone trying to play iMessage games. You know damn well you don't care about playing that shit. You're just trying to get free numbers. I see you out here smirking thinking you slick. And no cap, everybody was on that. I looked up how to get girls in middle school and they was trying to set y'all up for failure. Talking about some ask what's their favorite color. That's the last thing you should talk about. Have some confidence. Just approach them like they're a normal human being. Listen when she talks or at least act like you care. So you can have more to talk about besides yourself. Don't just nod your head, think about what snack you're gonna have when you get home from school. I call that the shaggy rizz if anything. Right then when she asks the questions, you're gonna be sitting there like an NPC loaded on what to say in your script. The rise of Snapchat also started and you see everyone's snap scores going crazy. Talking about some, you trying to streak? Like, oh yeah, for sure, I totally care about that. Not. And these kids would always try to play hard to get like that's gonna turn someone on. Like bro, I don't got time chasing your ass while you're posting on your story talking about some, no one hit me up, I'm single as fuck. That's not rizz, bro. That's just, I don't know, it's just down bad. Speaking of that, I may not be perfect. I've done plenty of dumb and stupid things in the past, but you would never, and I mean never, would catch me putting single in my bio. That is not rizz. That is asking to get clowned and roasted on why you're so lonely. No offense by the way for anybody doing that. I'm just trying to be real. I know the classic nerds were trying to rizz up the girls in class by asking them if they need help with any assignments or if they want to come over to their place and study. Oh yeah, study. That's totally what you mean. You most definitely only gonna be study buddies and talk about school stuff. Yeah bro, for sure. Now for that high school level rizz, it's basically the same for middle school level, but a couple more things added. Just a bunch of degenerate freaky bastards. For one, kids will still try to get someone's attention by showing off in PE and basketball talking about some, this shot's for you baby. And then he airballs, like bro, you sell in the bag. Trying to demote your difficult shots to bronze. They gotta study this level of fumbling in Harvard. I see kids trying to start a combo using TikTok, they see a relatable post and send it to her instantly. It's one of the easiest ways to start a conversation and secure the bag. If you don't send or text nothing stupid of course, but actually try to have a conversation. Not say random nonsense that nobody cares about. Like what's your favorite color? Like I'm still on that bro. Unless you're trying to rizz up these popular girls who won't talk to you unless you got followers. It ain't worth the time, trust me. There's plenty of fishes in the seas, my brothers and sisters of Christ. People in high school start to care a lot more about their appearance as well. Before ever even attempting to rizz up, they be going on YouTube or IG just to find what cut to get. I swear everybody in middle school and freshman year of high school were all trying to get waves at one point. It was good baby, you like my hair? Now they think getting curly hair is gonna get the hose. Just because TikTok told them so. All that hairstyle rizz if you may, I don't know man. Motherfuckers go from wearing that trash drip that their strict parents told them to wear to that nice looking drip drip. Or whatever is considered drip in the trends. Everyone starts to become clones and try to copy each other's rizz. You can see these guys in the back of the class trying to flirt with anybody near them, or just vibing out in the hallways. We're all trying to get that number. Hey man, if you know, you know. You'll find her going crazy for you in school after. At the end of the day, going to the class of rizzology, what I learned is you can't copy somebody else's rizz. You gotta create your own rizz. And sure, you can also take stuff from others you like and mix it with yours. But I'll tell y'all one thing, don't put y'all face into Google, out of all places, because your traits may be different from others. For instance, if you're loud and goofy, you can use that to your advantage and make funny jokes and make her laugh. People are usually dry with no soul nowadays. They be having no type of personality. And then we got the other side of the spectrum, the legendary unspoken rizz, the most powerful of them all. Whether I believe the term is corny or not, you gotta admit, having the power to get any cheerleader and baddie in school without having to say anything is kind of a superpower. Like tell me, comment down below if you got that unspoken rizz, bro. I already know some of y'all gonna be capping and be like, oh bro, I got the best rizz of all time. When you do decide to rizz up a girl in school, you usually have a goal in mind. You want her number, you trying to go on a date with her, maybe Netflix and chill after school type beat. That's up to you man. I would try to do all three if I was you, my brother in Christ, because just simply rizzing up a girl is the wrong idea. That's just talking to a girl and flirting, wasting time. You gotta have an end game with this, at least in my opinion, unless you're some type of school thought or you're doing a dare for a YouTube video with the title how many girls can I rizz up in one day in school. But the main thing I wanted to say before I end this video, please, I am begging you, don't be a meat writer. Don't be that one kid when you see your homie talking to a girl in the school hallways, and then you just want to come out of nowhere talking about some, oh my god, W rizz bro, you're a him. Like my brother in Christ, you're ruining the vibe. Actually, you don't want to talk to me no more. I got weird friends. I swear that shit happened one time, bro. I was hella mad about that. Or even worse, treat Duke Dennis like a god and think putting the rizz meme on your home screen will make you get your crush. It doesn't work like that, okay, buddy? High school is depressing, painful, and one of the worst experiences you can ever go through as a kid who is one step closer to the real world, where sunshine and rainbows do not exist whatsoever. I don't know what the old movies were trying to tell us, but they was most definitely lying to us. This ain't High School Musical, my brother in Christ. I ain't seeing nobody dancing in the hallways, I'm just saying. After passing middle school, you finally head to this new primitive territory of shenanigans and weirdness. When I'm talking about weirdness, I'm talking about the level of Joker. The whole place looking like a wild jungle. You're unfamiliar with the customs and rules, but you believe you have what it takes. Or so you say until after a few weeks of working very hard, then start to realize it was actually worse than you thought. You eventually start getting panic attacks and mental breakdowns. You start losing that spark of motivation for school and slowly turn into an NPC. see, must do, homework. High school is the definition of 9% of things you learn are useless and will have no impact in your life whatsoever. Besides those rare subjects, of course, everyone has their own taste. But I generally feel bad for the next generation who have to go to high school. With the fact that people start being on their loneliest stuff more than ever, or try to buy expensive clothes just to try to get a few seconds of attention from your peers. I promise you, by next week, nobody's gonna care. In all honesty, I respect the kids who be wearing calm drip or even pajamas, because ain't no way you finna be sitting there mad uncomfortable in that school desk. And for a high school, out of all places, like bro, not even for a party or for dinner. High school? Are you serious right now? Hey, it's your life, you do what you want. I'm convinced in the future people are gonna treat high school like a video game in the metaverse, where you'll be able to buy items from the main menu to help you not look like a bum, while also having you talk to AI robots instead of actual humans, since your social game will be whack. Society is cooked. No matter what your status is or how popular you are in school, to some degree you have to hate high school, or at least some would dislike it. Like imagine you're actually passionate to work on something you desire, or you just feel like being an NPC watching TikToks all day like a couch potato. But then you realize you still gotta worry about this crappy ass school and this endless amount of mind-draining stacks of assignments that'll have you stressing harder than paying taxes in America. The point is, high school can suck our ducks for real. It's disgusting. Unless for some strange reason you love homework. You just get really excited about doing some tests like a kid getting his favorite toy on Christmas. Oh my god, teacher's handing us an exam, let's go, yay, like shut up! And a slap. If you're those type of people, you either gotta be a robot from the future or an alien from Mars. I refuse to believe you are human like us for generally liking this crappy high school system. Gotta be fake, mister. For me, I would describe high school as Hogwarts, but instead of all the nice magic going on, it's the BS and constant drama that nobody should ever focus on, yet we still do. Because at the end of the day, kids are bored of their dull social media lifestyle. They just want to watch an action movie for free. Why do you think they be crowding up the whole place when a school fight happens? School fights be hitting different in high school, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. High school is that time to develop your character, or trying to, since majority of Gen Z personalities are all the same. I hate to admit it, but even I act like an NPC from time to time. Probably gonna be one of those kids who cheat on their high school work even though you never had before, because you're just a lazy bastard, aka me. And my brother in Christ, get ready to stress about what college you want to go after school is done, or else your parents are gonna disown you otherwise, or whoop you so hard for saying no that your ancestors will feel that pain. Maybe you'll find some friends to talk to besides being in your room all day talking on Discord. But then again, school friends are also very weird individuals. The amount of dark energy and jealousy they be having over there is crazy. The reason why I say finding new friends is because usually your old friend group is gonna fall apart like Drake and Josh. Everyone just evolves and matures differently. Or you're just bored and you want to try to socialize with new people in the high school and not become one of those sad, lonely rejects who get no attention. We all have our own path to follow. I get it, nobody wants to be alone. Honestly, if you're still with the same friend group by senior year, you most definitely deserve a medal. Brody won a rare achievement in life. Called the next AMP or Simon for still keeping it pushing. Mad respect. And you thought school hallways were already crazy? High school hallways be more crowded than a Bad Bunny concert. Got people stinking up the whole place like they never showered in years. Or smelling like a trash facility. Hey bro, put some deodorant or something, sheesh. The amount of bots who all walk and talk the same over there is hilarious. They looking like Patrick Bateman's workplace. I don't know why, but they're just so soulless and depressing, looking like the Wojak in this thumbnail. They be having their eyes darker than Batman fighting crime at night. I don't know why these kids love to stay up so late. It could legit be 5 AM, like at that point fix your sleep schedule. Shit's fried. Act like their friends are so important to talk to around this time. Your health matters more, bruh. I don't care what nobody says, and I'm speaking from experience. I do sometimes feel bad for those kids who look so down because at one point they were somewhat of a happy child, or at least I'm assuming. I don't know these people, but now they're preparing to be a slave in the office, working non-stop for the rest of their lives. It sounds so scary, but it's actually the truth for a lot of people. Those passionate high school kids' dreams get crushed after their freshman year itself. Also, coming into high school, there usually is a size difference on the building on how far certain places are. Holy bro, why can't you just have all the classes in the same area? Please make my life easier, thank you. But of course they don't care, they rather make you suffer. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a lazy fat duck or anything, but me personally, I don't want to find my way through these school groups searching for my class like I'm in a huge castle and have me looking like Shrek trying to find Fiona. And these classes, man, they're just something else, dog. I'm surprised anybody still has brain cells after leaving the room. I don't know, it's just the way they be speaking about their lessons. It's like they don't even care. They be sounding like the teachers in Charlie Brown's class. Cause, huh? What did you say? It got to the point where I almost started passing out from their boring dry lecture. I also don't want to get on the teacher's bad side as well, so try to keep it chill. That doesn't mean you have to desire to be the teacher's pet, okay? Or else they're just gonna keep bugging you to answer questions trying to catch you off guard. I remember talking to one of my friends about video games and the teacher just randomly called me out asking me to solve the most complicated equation ever. If this was back in elementary or middle school, I would create the best lies to ever exist. But we're in high school, I just don't attempt to even lie at this point. I told them straight up I didn't listen to you, and then I got in trouble after. Like bro, how you finna make me stay after class because of one mess up? That's mad D sucking, teacher. Like bro, there's kids doing worse in your class having basically whole F's and you're getting me in trouble? Why do they get the pass? High school relationships are probably one of the most pointless things you can ever do. Yeah, people still do it. I'm not even trying to sound bitter like I'm the Grinch or something, but you better off focusing on yourself. But if you happen to find a particular person who interests you, is good for the soul and not just trying to smash, then go ahead. Unless you're trying to have a one night stand, then that's up to you, I guess. You never know with love, honestly. It's just so random. random. If you're someone who cares too much about feelings, a heartbreak is either fun to have you crying in your bed for hours after school or silent in your gym workouts. It's fun to be grinding for them gains for real. Want to catch bro looking like Adonis out there a few months. When it comes to using lockers, I swear people are doing the most. Like I don't know why they want to put so much effort into something they barely use. You gotta put all your books and school stuff there. You're not gonna have space for anything else. Yet they treat it like a whole shrine. Speaking of lockers, I don't know if I'm a bad student for this, but for me, I barely brought anything to school. Like it was almost nothing on me but a folder to carry a few papers and a pencil in my backpack. School lockers really are for people who got mad books to carry or just feel like bringing a whole lot of useless items. The attention-seeking, clout-hungry kids in the high school is insane. It's just so bad. Got these high school girls shaking their peaches on camera in the hallways. They be out here thinking they're gonna be the next Ice Spice because they saw her blow up. I feel like people who went to high school before all the TikTok meme culture and social media addiction had to be one of the best times. Y'all are lucky. The high school bathrooms are so disgusting that not even Mr. Clean himself can do anything about it. They're cooked. Most times when kids in the class ask to go to the bathroom, they don't even want to actually piss, but instead they just use it as a way to finesse and skip. Why do you think you keep seeing these kids always leave randomly? Wonder why you go out of class to do something, you just see a whole bunch of kids chilling in the hallways, just roaming around. Like, what are you doing? If they actually do use the bathroom, just expect to deal with mad smoke over there. Back then in the school floors, it would probably be Smarties on the floor or school items like broken pencils, erasers, or random worksheets that they probably never cared for, so they just threw it away. In high school, now you see metal sticks that people suck on and some balloon-like object for your privates. The people in high school have accepted their degenerate ways and just let it be. I don't know why these high schools try to put these anti-smoke lame-ass posters like anyone's gonna care. You might as well just throw that in the trash bin. If anything, they need to put that energy into that school lunch. Give us better food. I don't know about y'all, but that school lunch is basura. You catching me bringing my own food or starving to death. Until I get home, of course, because I'm not trying to be sick and turn green like Shrek. My morals would not accept me eating such garbage, my brother in Christ. Kids in high school can be mad, selfish, and petty to the extreme. I don't know if y'all ever went to class with no pencil and you're just about to do the exam.
Do me a favor. Shut the f.
Tell me how I tried to ask someone next to me who clearly had 2 pencils. I was like, okay, he probably would be cool to let me borrow one of them. But when I asked him, he looked at me with a weird expression on his face. He then said, I'm sorry, bro, I don't have any, but good luck. Like my brother in Christ, if you don't like me or something, just say that, dog. Like high school teachers can range from decent to extreme strict and petty level to maximum. It's ridiculous because they tell you they want to educate us, but in reality, all they care about is if you have an A or get an F. The problem with school bullying. Everyone hates a bully, unless you're one of those bullies who thrives on destroying people's lives and hope for the worst of outcomes.
Finally, school is over. It's Fortnite time.
Hey kid, give me your lunch money.
Please, I'm begging you, it's all I have.
Get ready to go to Pound Town, little bro.
Oh, great heavens!
Bullies make the world terrible and gray like an early 1900s movie. The amount of stop bullying posters I've seen around the school is ridiculous because how you find to put so much effort into these little videos and posters just to turn a blind eye when a fight's going on. Like, are you trying to see someone get clapped? You could get bullied in front of any school staff and they won't even notice, but if you wear a hat, hoodie, or look at them in some type of way, they'll get on your case and bring it into the office. Like, huh? Are you good? What type of BS these guys are on? They can really piss off with that bullying awareness month. That stuff is a bigger scam than Starbucks charging you $100 for some coffee. Bully these nuts, respectfully. School bullies are disgusting looking creatures who roam around your local school hallway like ogres from the swamp, ruining anything in sight. They are out here causing more damage than the Hulk when someone says a mean word to him. Like, oh, I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? Shut the frick up. Like, what the duck, man? So sensitive. They're acting all tough and strong like they're some ancient killer warriors, thinking they're some kings who can do and get anything they want. Like, Brody, are you living in a fantasy? These guys gotta be more delusional than a mentally ill ex. I'm already knowing these sensitive little boys had a horrible childhood, or just for some odd reason feel the need to copy the villain from their favorite Netflix show. And then they have the audacity to put their hatred onto us average NPCs, even though we be minding our business, just chilling on our phones. Like, what? You gotta be meat munching. I don't get why bros focus on knocking down the nerd when he's getting countless Fs. You got other things to worry about, Brody. That's why your mama trying to whoop your ass when you get home. Then once all that happens, you're gonna build up all this type of rage to beat up the next kid. That situation reminds me of the definition of insanity, where you do the same thing over and over again expecting a new outcome. Come on now, stop with the nonsense and tomfoolery and be somewhat useful in society. Oh wait, you can't. Look, I ain't saying you gotta be super nice or even good. Just keep your hating ass to yourself and focus on bettering yourself. At this point, my guys gotta watch some self-improvement videos or something. Homie is lost in space with no father figure, no future whatsoever, and most likely will have a future criminal record of 2 robberies at the local bank, a couple murders, you know, something light. These are truly the type of kids who peak in high school, I swear. Like, you know it's bad when my boy Sparky started spinning about it too. Like, why y'all living in this la-la dreamland? I remember watching these movies and show about anything high school related. The bully would always be on some type of devious time, and whether he dressed up as a menace, looking like Francis when he tried to bully my man's Timmy, or the classic football jock, which to this day added stigma where all football players are terrible, horrible people. Which, don't get me wrong, some of them can be, I'm not gonna lie, but Not all of them, some of them can also be chill. The narrative ruined their whole social career without even doing nothing. It's rough, but kind of funny at the same time. As school evolves, you start to notice different types of bullies in school. Everyone loves to hate, whether that be mentally, physically, or spiritually. Yeah, that's right, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a ghost coming to school trying to haunt everybody. At this point, you never know what's going on in this wacky world we live in. We're gonna speak on the different types of bullies that we most likely run into or have to deal with in a modern school. First is the one who thinks they're helping with tough love, when in reality it's just an excuse to ruin your life. Like, work to my mother, suck my dick, Mr. Character Development. Oh, shut up, Jeff, I'm doing this for your own good. Looking ass, like, bro, what? You telling me hitting me in the neck is gonna be character development? What in the baloney is dude talking about? Bro does not know the definition. Like those girls who try to capture Cinderella saying they want the best for her, or their ugly ass witch using Tangled. It's for your own protection. Like, bro, let a mother ducker shine. Like, stop being a little hater. It's not my fault you guys are ugly. My personal opinion, I'll call these people the manipulative bullies who try to mess with your brain, where eventually if you keep letting it slide, you're gonna think it's normal. They come out with mad bruises and neck pain like an abusive relationship, talking about some, it's fine, we just play fighting. Like, bro, shut your goofy ass up. Next is the classic bully, the Francis, the lovable bully who thinks he's very funny when he's very annoying. Like, please stop, you're being stupid. Brody will be out here ready to give you a can of whoop ass with no care. My man's be having a cold black heart for him. Who broke this guy's heart, man? Something must have happened. He's the type of guy who'll be asking for your lunch money or shoving you in locker rooms. You don't really see that much IRL compared to the movies, but yes, people still do this. They'd be like, oh, he's doing this, so let me do it too. That looks fun. Now you see me personally, I'm not getting pushed around or getting thrown into the trash can. They ain't finna treat me like a little child, but that's just me though. Sometimes you gotta stand up for yourself, even if you're scared, or else you're gonna be doomed in there and in the real world. My brother in Christ is such a menace that he'll wait for the bells to ring and will trip you like you slipped on a banana peel trying to head to class. Work to my strike. Why are you trying to put me in pain? What did I do to you, man? I don't even know you. Time to do some devious acts like nobody cares. Focus on getting some women or something, bro. You gotta love me, man. Black Air Force Super Saiyan Goku type of timing for real. They play no games. I wouldn't wish anyone to deal with this type of person. No wonder we got these kids turning into school threats, or the fact that these dang kids are so depressed. Next bully is the athletic bully in the gym class. This guy is the classic football or basketball player who's ready to punish you in the worst way possible and make you suffer. Oh, you think you're gonna have fun? No, you're gonna come out looking like Squidward at the end of the gym class. Now, when it comes to sport, I get it. It's a competitive scene, obviously. But there's a difference between competitive sportsmanship and straight up shoving you down to the ground, having you bleed everywhere. And you already know the injured kid ain't gonna call a foul, or else they're gonna lead to a fight. Snitches get stitches, man. That's just how it goes in the school. It's sad, but it's reality. They are the worst to play with because they don't care at all for your safety. No morals for the game. It's a shame. Hey yo, that kind of rhymed. I'm a rapper. I don't know why they think they're gonna make it out the hood or something. They don't even know how to play by the rules. Dumbass kids for real. My brother in Christ, Michael Jordan, would not be impressed. Bro could legit break your ankles during PE, and I'm talking about the bone, man. Next bully is the roaster. Mister, if you don't get your pickle chin.
Hey, you can't talk to my son that way. Who do you think you are?
I'm Jeffrey.
Old hag, and your son smells like booger.
If you get your ugly ass, stupid ass. Now we all know this guy.
Eat your pickle chin, that boy. Egg on that collard green hair, that boy.
Y'all usually have that one friend who likes to troll, but at the end of the day, you know it's just for the memes and you clap back too. It's fun. Y'all know each other, so it's different. But this guy, he'll just come out of nowhere being a random person sitting next to you talking crazy, talking hot mess. First off, where did you spawn from? I've never seen you in my life. Where did this energy come from? Are you trying to start beef with me? You trying to be my op or something? Because on my soul, you finna get punched in the face, little bro. Just being mad and annoying like
Chitty chitty chat 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 chat.
I don't care. Why you getting on my shoes for? You'll be the same ones roasting you wearing fake Jordans. Like, imagine being that down bad that you're flexing fake shit. Might as well buy the real stuff. They'll be the same ones in history class not knowing about the American Revolution. For some reason can remember every single line from a Pac God Rose compilation.
Plans for Zombies map on your head, you ugly as shut your nasty, you got that cha-cha-cha-chia haircut boy.
I swear, I feel like this YouTuber had to affect the youth, because I'm starting to see the roast rates are going higher than ever. I don't know if they're looking for attention or they just want to be friends with me, but that's not how you do it, at least for me. Come on, bro, not even a hello, like a hi? What happened to those friendly combos? Can we not have normal conversations anymore? Are they going extinct? The saying hi fell off? Are you telling me everything's just gonna be skill issue YB plus ratio? If that's the generation we're turning into, you may as well catch me going into Mars. I'm fun to chill with the aliens like we in Ohio, no cap. These are the part of the bullies that be ruining your whole mental for real. You most definitely cannot let them catch you taking a nap. They just want to lock in you like a Call of Duty aim assist. Like those girls on Twitter tweeting about what men can't do. Like, bro, I can't even breathe air. Like, get out of here. Go do your homework, loser. I'm flattered, but stop wasting your precious energy onto me. Next bully is the rich bully, Mr. Mullah. Bro will be calling you out on your brokey lifestyle for real. Ew, look at this peasant eating school lunch. Like, bro, you getting money from daddy. I don't know why you're talking. You be out here disrespecting you, talking about something you can't even afford a McNugget. Next bully is the internet bully. Holy man, this is basically Twitter. Twitter for you. You rarely interact with this person. It's almost like they're Casper the Ghost. It's like they don't even truly exist, but apparently everybody in school knows about them. They're the ones who be starting the drama all over school with those exposed pages. Oh, let me tell you, bro, them exposed pages be hidden. I don't know where they get all this information or tea, but with the click of a button, they can ruin your whole school career in an instant if they ever wanted to. The amount of school fights, unnecessary beef, and drama that starts because of some random person on their little keyboard or phone. Anyways, comment down below any type of experiences you had with the school bully, or what you have witnessed from them with their wacky shenanigans. The problem with NPCs in school. NPCs, the robots, the beep boop bops. The most average looking Joe you could ever meet. For those who are living under a rock, an NPC is a non-playable character in a video game, or in this case, a significant person in real life who acts like a stale, robotic, boring machine. Like seriously, there's nothing special about them whatsoever. They be having no flavor in that sauce. I like the Legos who kept singing everything is awesome 24/7 with no change. Like, okay, we get it, bro. Switch it up, please. You got the NPC girls taking constant pics of themselves and NPC guys talking about the same sports subjects. Like at some point you would think doing the same thing over and over again would make them go insane. Have them more insane than Snow White in a mental asylum. But nope, it has no emotional effect to them whatsoever. They think acting the way they do is completely normal and that everyone else is crazy to think otherwise. They represent the people who are unable to think for themselves or make any sorts of change that would seem different from others, because they're scared of being judged from society or their classmates in school, even though nobody should ever care about what a bunch of losers or some broke bums gotta say. But apparently we still do, because at the end of the day, we're all human, or I think we are. I don't know about these NPCs. Bloody NPCs are robots from the future, or some aliens from Mars chilling in Ohio. They lack the ability to speak more than a few lines and go on with their normal casual day. It's kind of sad because I think even ChatGPT can hold a better conversation than these NPCs, and it's literally an AI. You know how bad you gotta be to have so little emotion that the robot is more human in comparison? At this point, we truly are cooked. How do these NPC kids get into relationships? I truly don't get it. It's gotta be one of the most boring experiences ever. It could even be you watching this video. Like, no jokes, y'all comments be crazy. This guy basically describing the average NPC in school. The Matrix taught this one well. Hi, my name is Jeffrey. Nice to meet you. Looking at like, what in the bot? Then again, I have to admit to my own failures and flaws. I'm no better than y'all. I'd be capping harder than my ex saying you don't have to worry about him if I said I didn't act like an NPC from time to time. Or at least back in the middle school days, okay? I was just a random ass kid. Most of us Gen Z kids basically grew up with the weird dark things on the internet, having to deal with the wacky shenanigans of social media that consumes us all, having us on a loop like a hamster wheel of chasing for more dopamine, or to post stupid little silly cat memes on your story. The life of an NPC during the morning through the end of the school usually goes like this. They wake up from their annoying alarm clock, sound like the chicken waking up everybody in the room with his annoying chicken little self, or they have a time clock in their head that is programming their NPC brains to wake up precisely around 5 to 6 a.m. I don't know, they're just used to it at this point. They didn't get out of bed all quick and stiff. They head into their average looking closet where they search around what they want to dress up as. But do I want to wear like an NPC or an NPC? I choose NPC. The NPCs don't like to be flashy nor too lazy on their outfits. Just something casual enough to their liking. Anything that doesn't make them stand out. After finally choosing what you want to wear, they go to the table to eat the most boring stale cereal you can ever imagine. The shit more stale than cornflakes. After that, the robots make sure to have everything they need in their backpack to carry. I hear treating their school supplies like the holy grail. I may sound like a bad influence for saying this, but I swear stressing over school supplies is overrated and you barely even use any of them. All you really need is a pencil, an eraser, a little notebook, and some glue. They didn't get ready to go to the horrendous dirty yellow school bus sitting in the middle of the area to be around other NPCs like themselves. Never in the front dealing with the bus driver and the weirdos, but never in the back with the potheads and chill people. Just perfectly organized with their similar likings. Everything has to be the same no matter what. Maybe out there sitting there thinking about absolutely nothing as if their mind is just an empty space of nothingness, an abyss that goes nowhere. It's actually kind of interesting how it'd be like that. It's almost like these NPCs are on autopilot. Now the NPCs get dropped out to this hellhole of a place we call school. Most disgusting, horrendous place ever. You look around the hallways and I swear everybody's just a clone of one another. When it comes to the same hairstyle, the same damn lingo, the exact same colors of their outfits, it's literally the Clone Wars but as school teens. God, then even the same damn Jordans? Are you serious? I remember at one point in middle school everybody was wearing the exact same Vans. Motherfuckers talking about some damn Daniel.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white Vans.
Y'all school teens out here basing your whole personality from TikTok. Talking about some ooh W Riz bro. Hell yeah, slay. Or they'll have that exact same facial expression looking like they're depressed as shit. Looking like nobody's at home working in that brain of theirs. It's just a body of me walking around the room. The way they walk is just so stiff and alert. And they all walk at a medium pace. Not too slow, not too fast. Just the average speed limit. It's a whole bunch of internet zombies glued onto their phones swiping on TikTok constantly to the point that people would be bumping into each other. And they wouldn't even notice because they're so interested in whatever stupid or dumb thing they're watching. I remember one time I was trying to get to my class and I bumped into this kid using his phone. He didn't even notice and he was just laughing at his stupid ass memes. Another example of NPCs are kids in the background of a high school movie. They be all semi-laughing or just nodding, agreeing to everything they were talking about. Yo, you heard about that new Drake album? Yes, bro, that stuff was so fire, dude. No cap. That's right, that boy slayed, period. I thought it was mid. I think Juice WRLD is still better. It's just not my taste. How dare you speak of such disgusting words out of your mouth? Get the duck out of here, Jeffrey. You don't belong here. Be with your own kind, weirdo. Like, damn, I didn't know it was a crime to have your own opinion. Maybe people on Twitter are right. Freedom of speech is dying. You can't even say what you want to say in school nowadays. Like, these NPCs get more offended than a Karen. But you think these random NPCs take things to the heart? You don't want to get into a debate with the kids into politics, bro. They are far worse than the NPC because at least the NPC forgets about it after a few minutes because their attention span is worse than a goldfish. They be forgetting that shit quicker than the Flash. The way they roam around looks like they be acting like there's a speed limit on a busy road. Me personally, if I had a petty teacher keeping us after the bell because of some stupid class clown wanting to be funny, I'm running out that place zooming like Sonic because I'm not trying to be late, but that's just me though. Here, move out the way, NPCs, before I shove you. A bunch of squares following the school rules like a bunch of good little kids. And why wouldn't they? It's what they're used to since elementary. Nothing is going to change them. The day they were born, they were ready to serve like an American patriot. Aye, teacher, I will follow all. You look around the lockers and it's all the same stuff like it was a picture off of Google. A few books, maybe some pencils and an eraser. And that's alright because you don't gotta be super extra with it. You're not a fashion designer. We head into class and the NPCs are just all chilling. Probably have their AirPods in, either watching some goofy YouTube video or trying to find the next mainstream song to listen to, while basically ignoring any social contact with other people unless they need to, like a school project or something. Teachers love NPCs because they don't cause as much problems compared to a class clown, a controversial thought-provoking thinker, or the know-it-all Jimmy Neutron who tries to lecture everybody. Just a bunch of people ready to follow orders and do that stupid boring assignment when they need to. Write down the horrendous notes from the lesson that they'll surely forget by tomorrow. Because let's be real, even NPCs ain't gonna process all this work. There's too many classes. It's hard to try to be friends with these NPCs in class because they can't comprehend small talk to people or being somewhat creative in their work or words. Just act like the kids on TikTok. God damn, be yourselves, NPCs, man. I'm begging y'all. The only attitude these NPCs have is get the job done. They're like a cashier in the store following every order from their boss, and then they robotically leave the class once again and head to school lunch. You'll see even more NPCs all grouped up together in a big circle, but don't expect them to be talking to each other. They just dare to be there, you know what I mean? If you head into that school lunch, just expect a whole line of NPCs looking all down and depressed trying to get something to eat. I remember at one point the line was so big ahead to the other side of the school. Like, these NPCs gotta be dumb, bruh. Usually also bring a casual plain old sandwich that has no single flavor. The plainest sandwich you can ever think of, seriously. I remember going to PE and 9% of the NPCs, including myself, were on the bleachers, but at least I was editing crappy YouTube videos for y'all, not being a bot on social media all day. Like, bro, we're in PE, we're supposed to play sports. Bunch of lazy bastards in this place. God damn, you bloody NPCs, man. But sometimes NPCs are relatable as well, so I feel you. Once the bell rang, they know they finished the job, so they head out. Mission completed, time to go home. They barely be able to get out the door because everyone's running at the same time. They out here cramping up the whole place like, damn, give me some room, dog. I just want to go home. After all the BS, they finally get back home. Take a shower from their rusty metal NPC selves. Grab some yummy snacks. Maybe they'll do their homework if they don't feel like procrastinating. Lay on their bed after and go on their phone for a few hours. Maybe talk to a friend if they have any. Up to the point where they no longer have energy, so they're about to sleep or pass out. But just before they're about to sleep, the process resets until next weekend. Anyways, I feel like there's hope for y'all NPCs, man. I believe in y'all. School bathrooms are diabolical, disgusting, and generally one of the worst places to ever be in school. It's a horrible idea to even think about it inside your little peanut brain of yours. I'll never understand why anyone in this freaking planet would ever want to go there. The whole place is a catastrophe. It's worse than Arkham Asylum. I swear these bots be asking their friends to hang out in the school bathroom, as if it's some nice ordinary area to stay and chill. Like, hello, are you slow? Boy, if you don't get out of this place and go chill out in the school hallways. Yes, I get it. There's a lot of NPCs and a lot of musty, crusty, dusty people going on in there. And sure, there's some weird shenanigans, but at least it's not worse than that place, okay? I'm just saying. I'm not even trolling the classrooms. It's fun when doing that with random people anyways. You don't gotta worry about smelling some disgusting stench, or just simply go to the lunch table like normal people would. What's not good about that? I'll take that option, me personally. I swear, people want to stand out so badly and try to be unique. Like, I promise you, my brother in Christ, nobody cares. Like, come on now, never in the school bathrooms. Did your parents not teach you about that? You find to come out turning into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle if you keep this up. Stay there longer than a few minutes and you're gonna catch multiple diseases like herpes, STDs, whole bunch of nonsense. Find to have your skin looking like Hulk for real. Radioactive looking at. Find to see weird drawings on the stalls and randomly become a pothead for no freaking reason. Find to be more faded than Fulcrum. Or the homeless druggie on the street asking us NPCs for any spare change. Like, lil bro, get out of here. Go find your own toilet paper. You go in there trying to take the occasional poop and then the dramatic music hits for your dumb ass. Bro, realize that this is a school bathroom and not a civilized place. Even the airport bathrooms are better than this. I swear they always run out of toilet paper. Like, bro, how are you gonna say there's toilet paper? We're getting scammed. The amount of mental stress that you're probably going through right now in there, realizing that you finna have brownness all over your cheeks That's gotta hurt. This is why you're supposed to hold in your poop like a military guy holding in his emotions after their homie got shot in the head in a Call of Duty game. The amount of PTSD these kids must have coming into the school bathroom, seeing so much normalized traumatizing activities is kind of depressing to hear. It's just the honest truth. They most definitely go through worse than the security guards and finance of Freddy's. It's Bloody Bonnie jump scaring your goofy goober self while they open up your stall door. Either way, I never understood what was the deal with that. Like, was kids trying to see my meat or something?
Oh, great heavens!
And give me the Ash Cash Gok Gok 3000 or what? Because I don't understand what's the joke about this. Like, what's funny about doing this? Very strange people indeed. They need to get checked up or something, man, because I refuse to believe this is normal. In my last video, I spoke on my personal experiences in the school bathrooms elementary through high school and stories I heard about from y'all. I'm bloody convinced that the school bathrooms is more scary and intense than the haunted house across the street. We're gonna speak on the type of kids you'll most likely see in the school bathrooms. First type is the TikTok heads. They be over here going home, skipping their homework assignments, learning moves that they saw their favorite TikToker do, go back to school with their friends to make multiple TikToks, acting like they found a blow up or something, just for it to flop and get 0 views. I swear these girls be having 1,000 bathroom TikToks in the draft. From what I noticed, 2020 got people more addicted to dancing than drugs, dog. Which, don't get me wrong, that's kind of dope. I mean, I guess, right? But I feel like it's getting way too out of control in school. What I don't understand is, out of all the places that you could think of, why the bloody school bathrooms, mate? It's so stinky and there'll just be a lot of lemon juice all over the floor and dog poop in the little corner. Next type is the dealer. My guy is the school version of Walter White. To cook up with Jesse. Bro would be out here doing wild trades. That would be so incredible. He would be sitting there questioning your whole life existence on how you got all this stuff inside the school building. The deals could range from a couple bag of chips to munch on your next class or lunch, depending how you feel, of course. The things that'll get you so faded that you'll be thinking about floating in space or something. Man's gonna be out here dabbing up to imaginary aliens and shit like he's in Ohio. Dealers can really be the best for certain things if you're close with them. And he would always put me on with free bags of chips. My guy was the greatest plug you could ever meet. Some say he was a legend in the school. Me personally though, I would consider him a legend because anybody else would have charged me, like Elon Musk charging us folks to pay for Twitter. Now I ain't saying y'all should go crazy and get drugs off these dealers, but hey, if you hungry, go ahead, cause school lunch can be whack sometimes. They go there since most of their ops don't lurk around, and they know they can get automatic customers without nobody snitching. Because if you snitch, you're getting bullied for the rest of the school year, simple as that. It got to the point where the dealer started making bands, having tons of money in his pockets. He even switched up the old raggedy bag to the Louis bag. Bro said I'm finna upgrade and sell my stuff in quality. My man's coming in fresh with style. Homie got that rags to riches Netflix story building up for him. Unlike my boy John Morant, that guy's finna get out the trenches off the school bathrooms. Hey, I respect it. He's low-key hustling us kids. Next type is the faded kid. Hey, that be me on the low smoking on a school pack, respectfully. The kid who is zooted out in a whole other galaxy. The dude who can barely speak English and any words that do come out of his mouth is straight tomfoolery and gibberish. Got Mr. High sounding like a caveman who drank 4 gallons of beer cases. There would be this whole group of people all together getting their grass or other items from the dealer, or even by themselves, which to this day, I still wonder where they get it. Like, ain't no way these Snapchat guys are still cooking in school to this day. And they always love taking turns from each other's metal stick. Hey, you trying to hit this? Hey, let's switch, bro. Bro would even ask me if I want to hit. Like, bro, get out of here. I don't want to hit it, respectfully. School bathroom was basically their main location. It may as well be their new crib with the amount of times I see them in there. They love getting high up to the clouds over getting some women. That shit became their precious for real. That little machine they be smoking on is worth more than their friends. If Thanos took your friend in the stick and made you choose between one of them, he's most likely 90% of the time gonna pick the worthless metal object. And this right here is why I have trust issues. Lil TJ was not lying in his ice cold song. This world is so ice. So cold. They're like Mr. Krabs to that metal vaping stick. Their addiction is over 9,000 and it's very unhealthy. It be having me feel bad for them sometimes, especially the ones who are wanting to quit, but got sucked into it in such a young age. Like, I remember back in the day we would be smoking on our Smarties in elementary school, but now we smoking on this crap. If you try to slap it out of their hand, just know you're asking to get slaughtered. They take their break sessions very seriously. They're mad and stressed, like a 9-to-5 McDonald's wage slave, earning only $10 an hour. I really don't got a problem with these people, by the way, because they could be super chill and they usually keep it real, which is something I respect since it's a very rare trait to have. But just get out of the school bathrooms. I'm just over here trying to take a piss and you're out here ruining my peace. Well, more like ruining my lungs, cause I can't breathe, got me gasping for air from these toxins. All I can really say is that you just gotta thug it out and let it be. I'll be honest though, I'd be sitting here lying right now if I didn't say school didn't give me any sorts of mental breakdowns. It's like they want us kids to head to this degenerate path with the amount of stress that they give us. Next type is the NPC, which is majority of us. Even I be acting like a beep boop bop in the school bathroom sometimes. The kids who actually use the bathrooms like we're supposed to. We would do our business, wash our hands. Well, some of us. I don't know, some of y'all be nasty enough to become so lazy just to touch a simple sink. Like, wash your hands, dog. They be trying to leave the bathroom and then dap out their homie out there. I don't care if we're close. You better clean up, little bro. It's disgusting. Anyways, we don't waste any minute in the bathroom. We go in and we go out. The only time you'll ever catch me staying longer than I need to is if I see my homie and he says hi or something. But even then, you getting what's good, bro, at max. Next type is the skipperoonie. Oh, look at me. I'm skipping. I'm him, bro. Like, bro, if you don't get your stupid ass to class, if you really hated school that much, though, I would just advise you to leave at that point. I'd rather chill at McDonald's than that place. Next type are the mirror abusers. They be out here taking up most of the bathroom area, or all the mirrors looking at themselves. Next type are the slapbox kids. They treat it like it's underground fight club, having everyone going crazy and the crowds would be huge. They'd be out here catching me dodging and weaving for real. They be acting like it's a real boxing match when in reality it's just kids play. And if it's a girls fight in the bathroom, just know they're gonna be taking out their hair. Last type are the nerds. The guys who go there strictly to do their homework on the floors. What's the deal with that? Like, why you go there? I never understood what was the whole idea of that. What type of person you would consider yourself to be in the school bathrooms? Worst type of school groups. Different types of interesting creatures who all have different styles. Not for the better as well. Imagine you have a certain person you hate in school and multiply their personality into an entire group. Like, you know how annoying that's gotta be? All of them together looking at you, roasting you, being hella disrespectful. Like, move on somewhere, man. Get out of here. Wanna send your goofy self to the back rooms or something. Like, dog, me personally, if I see a group of hot Cheeto girls coming at me, I'm gonna have the dukes up like I'm Creed in this bit. Wanna catch me in the boxing ring. What's up? What's good? And don't even get me started with all the buffooneries going on with these other groups, man. They just be wilding too much. We're gonna speak on the strange and annoying groups that are in school. First group is the weird kids. They're the ones in the hallways or in class either making weird ass noises or watching some weird demon stuff. I don't know, they just be watching weird shit, respectfully. They're the type of guys to be watching 2 girls in 1 cup or some real shit. I don't know about y'all, but I do not want my kids sitting nowhere near these type of children. They find an influence bro to become a future serial killer. Alright, like I don't want no damn Jeffrey Dahmer in my house. Bro's finna be doing secret satanic rituals on animals. Like, leave those poor squirrels alone, man. They do nothing wrong with y'all. And I'm for sure convinced these kids are doing some diabolical things together in the bathroom, saying the most outrageous slurs from the English dictionary. They be taking that racist stuff in a whole other level. If anything, their whole ritual is probably about trying to get a ghost racist. They're the type in history class where they could be talking about World War II and one would randomly say,
Hitler was a good guy, he is Poppy.
Like, bro, what did you want? Do I gotta get your parents to punish you or do I gotta do that myself? I gotta smack you or something. They're trying to be so edgy. Oh, look at me, I'm edgy. Like, then they want to be somebody else so badly. Like, bro, you're living the good life. Good parents, nice amazing house. What are you going crazy for? These are the type of kids who be on the internet way too freaking much, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, go outside, bro. Get a job. At least the Joker had an excuse, but y'all just doing too much trying to be like him. Next group are the hot Cheeto girls. I don't know who's more annoying than them. The hot Cheeto girls or the teacher's pets. They're in class talking about boys or drama that they got into. Like, why do they love being in drama? Like, bruh, y'all be talking about some, I always stay out of drama on your Instagram stories. Like, bitch, the most dramatic person I freaking know. What is you talking about? Over here being mad loud and annoying as hell for no bloody reason. I swear, they're louder than the gamers in the party. Sounds like a skill issue to me, man. Lower your tone. I'm convinced they want attention so badly to uplift themselves. And if you're gonna do all this buffoonery, bro, have all them Cheetos everywhere on the floor making a whole mess. At least let your boy get some. But oh no, of course though. They mad selfish and cherish that shit like Golem's creepy ass. You can't have my Cheetos, boy. It's my precious. That's your goofy ass. Bro, I'm about to just snatch that shit myself. Lame, man. That's why you finna be lonely in a few years. Next group is the teacher's pet. Ugh. My god, I'm about to throw up just talking about them. I'm sorry, y'all. I would consider these kids one of the worst groups in school. It's just horrible. Like, why did your mother birth you? They're so annoying that I might as well just make a whole time traveling machine just to go all the way in the past and just get your mother and father to never meet. I just have beef with them, bro. They can get out of here. Making sure the teacher remembers to grade their homework. Oh my god, shut up, please. I didn't even do it yesterday and you just had to remind her she didn't even freaking know. I get really passionate about this topic because this really happened to me at one point. It's already bad enough to deal with one person like this, but imagine 3. Holy bro, I had to take my Nerf gun and just say blammo. It got to the point where the teacher even got lazy and just said, oh, you know, y'all talk too much. Y'all could teach the class today. Look, I get it. If you get turned on or get really horny to do all that schoolwork, or you just need the approval of somebody like the teacher because your parents didn't give you any type of love, okay, cool. Do whatever you want. I don't care.
but don't freaking ruin it for the rest of us.
We be having a whole long day, man, just waiting for the time to pass by. Just trying to do the bare minimum. The school pets always want to keep everybody in check and fast check everything they need to do on the calendar. Oh, we got a test on Tuesday. Oh, we got a pop quiz on Thursday. They're like the school version of cancel culture, where instead of bringing up past tweets, they bring up past due dates for the project. Gotta knock your teeth out so you can struggle to speak, little bro. All that yapping finna get you in trouble soon. If not me, it's definitely gonna be somebody else. Next group are the wannabe Sigma males, the wannabe Patrick Batemans, the people who think they're better than everybody else when they're literally lonely bastards, or probably one of the most awkward kids you could ever meet. I'm all about self-improvement, by the way. Become the better version of yourselves. But don't be over here praising this man like Bateman's your freaking god or something. Mashallah, Patrick Bateman. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me another day in life. Like, what? They be thinking they're him for real. Like, you are not that guy, pal. Man, you focusing on the wrong things, bro. What they really need to focus on is getting them grades up. Bro more focused on looking at himself in the mirror instead of doing his actual homework. That's due tomorrow. I'm convinced they meet up together after school just to sit around and watch Patrick Bateman edits all day on TikTok, saying he's literally me. Oh my god. I want to be like this guy when I grow up. Bro must hate women and want to stab the homeless. I guess that's based in Gen Z nowadays. I don't know. There gotta be some hardcore haters for real. More of a hardcore hater than Phineas and Ferb's sister. They don't believe in happiness or any type of word related to that. All they believe is depression, pain, and agony. And nobody around them deserves any positivity as well. Because positivity is not Sigma. You are not allowed to smile. They don't even be having a bad past either. They just act like this because of a freaking Sigma edit. And then stay that character for the whole school semester until a new character comes out. Next group are the bullies. The people who make you your punching bag. The guy who steals your lunch money in school lunch. Freaking hate these guys. These people are bigger haters than the last group. They be wanting to ruin your life and treat you like dog poop because they're bored. If you're the first person they see, say goodbye to your happiness in school. And they're worse than the internet trolls because at least with them, they just send memes. They be actually getting physical with it. They're the reason why these school fights and other stuff keep happening. I don't know what type of person wakes up and said, man, I'm gonna ruin some kid's life today with the boys. These kids be having black Air Forces on deck, out here ready to gang up on smaller kids and shove them in the locker room. They be clowning people for getting the question wrong in class when they aren't even smart themselves. I don't know why they're talking like they don't got a brain smarter than Ant-Man. These guys gotta be so insecure and have mommy issues. If you really think about it, they're basically Homelander, but of course without the superpowers. Their dads probably didn't parent them properly, and this was the outcome. A bunch of abusive degenerates ready to cause mayhem in the school hallways. You gotta love them. They're gonna be teaming up with the weird kids in the jail cell in a few years trying to rob a bank like GTA 5. Next group are the anime kids. They be going crazy in the hallways on their Naruto type of timing. These guys be in the back of the class watching One Piece. Like bro's not even focused in class, he says screw this, I got all these episodes to watch. They be wanting to debate with each other like some politicians on how their favorite anime character Solo's Goku. But when it comes to those kids, bro, they take anime debates super seriously. They are turning their homework sheet into a paper ninja star. Like my brother in Christ, you're not a ninja. They be imagining like they Goku in class with their little kame looking ass. Like bro, such your anime goofy ass up. I'm the main character looking ass. Next group are the band kids. You know they're cooking with musical notes. They're the type of group to go to band class instead of lunch, just trying to practice on whatever instrument they're playing. They're like the music version of the tryhard gamer. They be taking things to the next level when it comes to that music stuff. And I swear like 90% of the time they're all in relationships together. Next group are the popular kids. Their ego is bigger than Jimmy Neutron's brain for real. Shit is insane to me. Oh look at me, I'm Brittany and I got like 1 million followers on Instagram. Y'all should worship me, period. Like, oh my god, shut up, please. You just want to be hated or something. They want to be more exclusive than an OnlyFans model. It will only allow you to be a part of the group if you treat them like gods and you're the servant. Fun to have you looking like Alfred the Butler, and you're out here serving top tier glazing to the Justice League. You see, me personally now, I'm not going to waste my time trying to gain the approval of some random high school kids. Next group are the gamers. They be over here cooking on their phones playing COD Mobile, and they're the type of group that you can actually be chill and be friends with. Depending on the person of course though, cause they're kind of some weirdos out there. Some of them be having anger management issues. Next group is the rich group. Their parents put them onto an allowance. They be treating the common folk like we some peasants, which to be fair, some people are brokies, aka like me. I'm so down bad that I still can't afford eggs, man. It's a sad world we live in. Gonna catch me hustling until I'm 80. Most times they'll be in those expensive private schools ready to go to Harvard. Gonna get that goated degree paid off from their elite family. Comment down below what type of group you're a part of. School classrooms are horrible, toxic, and just straight up a terrible place. It could also be the most boring mid-time ever. If you're lucky enough though, unlike some people, it can actually be somewhat enjoyable with the homies and teachers. You start off the day waking up at 6 a.m. and then you have to deal with the dreadful filled up school hallways filled with NPCs, Musty, crusty, dusty over here smelling like dog poop. Like, dog, take a shower, Jesus. With the whole type of crazy nonsense of humans making weird noises, doing sus activities. Got future criminals over here doing some weird ass shit. After you finally survive the school version of the trenches, you make it to class. You think things can't get any worse. You feel like, hey, this year won't be so bad after all. Bam, depression, pain, and agony. You end up with the worst classrooms ever. With the worst students who are on NPC-like behavior. With the strictest teacher known to mankind. Wanna be feeling like you're in the slammer. This video will speak on the worst subjects, most annoying people in class, and things in general that happen in bad classrooms. By the way, don't take me seriously, I'm an internet troll. First, let's speak on the worst classes in general. First class for me is math. Do I need to say more? Math fell off. Respectfully. Look, okay, it was fun multiplying and dividing with the homies and doing that one assignment where they test you to see how fast you can do all the questions and stuff. You know, those little speedrun assignments. It was cool flexing back then to act like a top tier nerd. But then they started adding letters and symbols and all this random crap equations so long that not even Albert Einstein can comprehend what is going on here. Like, am I even in the right class or something? Or is this all an illusion in my head? Am I going crazy? Because I gotta be dreaming right now, respectfully. I refuse to believe I'm not sleeping in class. But in fact, I'm actually awake, witness all this type of BS that's going on that I don't even want to do. Pythagorean theorem sounds like a nightmare of a name because it actually was. I swear a teacher was trying to piss me off or something, talking about some, prove this is a circle. Like, hello, are you slow? Are you a dummy? It's literally a round, big old shape. Can you not see it? Don't try to overcomplicate it with all these dang big words, okay? I refuse anyone to tell me otherwise, at least when it comes to shapes. Like, guys, this is a triangle, right? I'm not tripping. Obviously, you need math in life. I don't know whoever says otherwise. But mostly all you need is the simple things, not the insane NASA-like formulas. Like, bro, when am I ever gonna use this other crap? Respectfully, dog. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. In my personal experience, I'll be honest right now, I didn't really pay attention in class, but can you blame me? You feel like the whole process of it all is more disappointing than the release of American Psycho 2. It's the fact that it's more time consuming, having me trying to mentally think like I'm ChatGPT. Newsflash, bro, I'm not a freaking AI, okay? I'm not a robot. Not no NPC beep boop bot that you can just make me consume all this trash. Like, at that point, you might as well just make me use the website. They're trying to have me become an Arkham Asylum patient, bro, at this point. Trying to catch me turning into the Joker, forcing me to do this worthless stuff. Next is English class. Like my brother in Christ, I literally know the language. Speaking it right now. Most things wouldn't even be about English, but instead the old ancient English that was said all the way back from the 1600s, even though nobody talks or even uses their style anymore. But then again, though, school's always behind on certain things, so I'm not surprised. Just put on a movie or something, I promise people would be more tuned in. This class wanted me to write in the most fancy cursive of words, like I'm an American governor from the 1700s, writing on the Declaration of Independence. Yes sir, let me cook. They want me to write out a thought-provoking, amazingly written, super organized, and original, godlike of an essay, with the quality of it being so good that you literally have to cry in tears of joy from such beauty that comes out of reading such. Bro, the D-second is crazy, dog. Why you on my meat? Saying all this crazy BS, expecting all this from me. You better be lucky enough I even write a sentence, better yet a word. I'm on my SpongeBob SquarePants when it comes to the essays. And you always take every little mistake you write out seriously just to make you feel bad instead of actually learning from the mistake. You know what, English teacher? Why don't you write out a whole 500-page story on Shakespeare? Nah, I shouldn't say that. They probably get turned on from writing. Next class is Spanish, and it's not what you think. Porque yo sé un poco español también. Yes, your boy knows a little bit of Spanish. Shout out to Peru. Most times you can get the beautiful, chill, cool Spanish teacher, which was who I had in my first semester. God, she was amazing, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. She would be so laid back, and majority of the people are actually focused on what she was saying, if they weren't trying to rizz up the teacher and get her number, of course. I would rate her class a 9 out of 10, bro, because it was the definition of fun. The next semester, holy, we just got rickrolled or something, because we got this random guy in the class instead out of nowhere. Where did bro come from? Hans must be a wizard from Hogwarts or something, because I've never seen him before. Apparently he came to replace the last teacher, which made children in the class actually cry. Like, I swear I've seen someone teared up in their eyes. And don't get it twisted, he actually wasn't a bad guy once you got to know him. But at first, Mans was so strict and kept you in check that if you got caught lacking, say goodbye to your grades because you're about to see a huge drop. It'll have you mentally thinking you want to drop out of school. I wouldn't even blame you, we all been there. Bro would give you the most evil stare if you misspelled a Spanish word when doing a speaking assignment. Like, dang, chill out, gang. I don't know all the Spanish lingo. Say un poco nada más. Say goodbye to all that buffoonery you plan to do with the homies with that hardcore traditional Spanish teacher villain. Science class will have you rethinking about life. The amount of useless information they put inside our brains is criminal. They're wanting us to dissect frogs and stuff. Like, gee, just let me water the plants. I don't come to class to throw up, alright? I'm just saying. The labs can be fun unless it becomes overly complicated and boring. Otherwise, the whole thing will just make you want to fall asleep at that point. You cannot force me to say all the periodic elements listed from memory. I remember we had to do a whole assignment actually trying to do that. I was not having it, making me trying to memorize the whole entire human anatomy. Write out how all the planets in space work and make a blueprint on how to build a rocket ship. Come on now, okay? I wasn't built to be a super ultra mega nerd. Leave that to the geniuses and old billionaire homies to figure all that out if they want. Next is band class. Band class just got it. Simple as that. Being the second best oboe player, I was only there when I'm needed. And I was cool with that. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. The whole music instrumental thing was not my passion at all. The boy got forced into this, real talk. I don't even remember how I even got into this class. I was thinking I was gonna be doing something else. The only good thing about it was the few homies you would meet. If they weren't crazy band nerds, addicted to learning everything about the music language. I swear those kids would take the whole situation serious like they're a 10 out of 10 band. Hey, no dog, y'all suck. Now let me chill before I become the villain of my own story. I just felt mad out of place in there, like an antisocial kid in a high school party with nobody to talk to. You know how boring that is? Seriously, it was that bad. Like I would remember about me stressing about tests we had where we had to play a certain line, which sounds dumb to me now because one, it was actually easy, and two, because I never actually attempted to study in the first place besides school. I don't know why I was getting over dramatic about it. Hey, that's what school does to you sometimes, make you over dramatic about useless crap. It was basically required to play at home or somewhere else to study, and my lazy ass rather hop on the game. I was surprised that I even remembered certain notes in general. I was thinking I was him Pearl during the band concerts, knowing well I'm getting carried from the squad. When it comes to being in class, the way it's all set up, if you're allowed to sit anywhere you want, you already know the brainiacs and teachers' pets who thrive on the teacher's attention are in front of the class to get a head start on everything that's going on. So unless you want to copy off the smart kids, you gotta risk getting caught by the teacher. Unless they want to be in the back of the class, then that's a W for you. In the middle area, I would put the NPCs and people who just want to get their work over with. Beep boop up, I need to do my assignment and follow all teachers' orders. You're such a lame ass. Like bro, loosen up. Hey yo, I'm getting jiggy with it. Hey. I swear there's some socially awkward kids in most classes that are used to living under their mom's basement, not ever feeling the touch of the sun hitting on them. I'm out here trying to make a friend or ask a question about the subject. They just look at me like I'm speaking a different language. The NPCs, they're just casual people who give out casual responses from their script. As for the back of the class, you got a mixture of class clowns cracking up as many jokes as freaking Adam Sandler or Kevin Hart, making everybody laugh their shorts off. And you got that one attention-seeking person trying to sharpen their pencil. And you got the wannabe egotistical popular kids, just around more egotistical people thinking they're all cool to each other. And then you got the literal potheads with their eyes more red than your girlfriend's lip gloss. It's like the highness took control of their body, while the soul is just in another universe or something. It usually would be in the back of the class, but it'll also be because I don't want attention from the teacher, okay? I hate talking to the teacher unless I have to. Comment down below which class you hate and your experience overall.
I think I'm ready for the test tomorrow. If I don't get a 100, my family will disown me. I don't know what I'm doing. Studying is making me depressed, but I'm going to try my best, I guess. I give up. Little bro school fell off. Full pack hit.
Being a C student is stressful, annoying, and way too dramatic and intense like a horror movie with a decent plot. But instead of the corny, funny moments, it's just straight pain when it comes to trying to pass school just for the approval of our parents. Like what the duck? I know, right? High scholar students are chilling, but most of us just do it so our parents don't whoop us or take us to military school. But that's just me though. You are not catching me 10 inches deep under the ground with the gravestone, rip Jeffrey Blust. It's so much agony for students like me who have to deal with parents who want you to succeed in school. Trust me, I get it. It was a different time for them, but sheesh, cut the kid some slack. You're bound to be some NPCs, okay? I'm just saying. If he isn't doing nothing besides playing Minecraft or watching TikToks of people shaking that thing while those creators tell them to buy their products, spending your precious hard-earned parent cash for nothing in return, then sure, why not? You got the excuse to give them that old classic parent punishment. That's right, I'm actually on the parent side on that one. We can be down bad. Even I was for years. I'm not Mr. Perfect. I'm speaking for the kids who got goals, who aren't afraid to do the hard work, do something that is out of the ordinary. But we can say goodbye to that if we're getting F's and D's. And even if you somehow get over a 70, you're still gonna get that disapproval face and then get hit with the college talk, or better yet the why don't you work? Like bro, get off my meat. I went through too much family trauma for this BS. I'm just saying. I didn't ask to be born. Yes, I'm gonna hit him with that card. I don't care. My whole life I always considered myself a C student with how my character is. At least after the 7th grade, because in elementary school it was a piece of cake for me. All you had to do was simple assignments, read a book or two, be nice to the teacher, and you're ready to go off to the sunset like a finale of an amazing movie. I was a bit of a chatterbox, but can you blame me? I didn't like the fact that you had to follow the no talking rule for the majority of the time. What is this, off-brand prison? I like to be free and talk to my homies about dark jokes, conspiracies, and video games. But it's ironic now because I went from the most talkative student to being so quiet and antisocial that you would think I'm planning some devious acts. In reality, I'm just trying to get out of the class. It's not my fault that humans do too much. If I could talk to animals like Dr. Dolittle, I would. Our species is becoming more down bad every single year. Will catch me chopping it up with my dog chomping and tell bro to eat my homework. The teachers are gonna think I'm lying since that's that one corny line you always hear in the movies. But But nope, I'm serious this time. My dog ate my homework. What you gonna do about it? I promise y'all I wasn't much of a bad kid, at least compared to my other friends. They be out here bullying everybody and harassing people and focusing on girls and chicks. Yes, you heard me, actual chicks. There was like a little ass bird in the floor one time. Like, little bros, you're focusing on the wrong thing. They need to be focused on their grades. That stuff is turning into the red side and nobody wants to see that. And you think me being a C student is bad? They're basically F students. Jeez. I don't know if anybody can relate, but in our elementary school, we had these papers that kept our grades in order and the parents would have to sign it so it was reviewed and verified from an adult. And obviously, I was not having it. For some reason, in 5th grade, I wanted to be a lazy bastard. And I realized later on, if I keep this act up, I'm most definitely going to be in summer school. And I did not feel like being that one kid. It was the opposite of a flex in my school. If you got that letter saying you're going to summer school and some people find out for some reason, just know you're getting flamed from the whole friend group. Everybody's gonna get on your goofy dummy self. What? Little Jimmy went to summer school, dummy. Those kids haunted me in my nightmares for years, man, I swear. Anyways, I always had to forge my mother's signature for the grade check. Yes, I was a little slicky bastard. Or if for some reason I ever did let her sign a piece of paper, I would just tell her it was other things. The way my brain came up with so many lies was incredible to me. I was basically a con artist at that point. Happy conning. I was definitely scared back in the day if they saw those grades. Hiding it up all my drawers. It was basically a whole pile of paper in there. I don't know, but something was definitely looking out for the kid because we somehow passed. But that was nothing compared to middle school being a C student. The amount of tomfoolery was going on, whether it be drama, fight club, or student beef. I started to become a gamer around this time. You know, if you were a hardcore gamer, you would definitely miss out on some assignments. I always left them on the desk, to the point that it eventually started piling up. I don't know why I do this to myself. Shaking my head, my brother in Christ, I was just down bad, okay? Please don't be like me. But seriously though, like bro, what's the deal with homework? I know it's supposed to help you with remembering things, or it's just the principle to do it. Since everybody from the generation before me did. I didn't like homework, I'm sorry to say it. What are you gonna do, cancel me? Oh my god, Jeffrey doesn't like homework, cancel him. Like, shut up, Twitter heads. Write down the answers since majority of the work was on the internet. It's funny, I don't blame the teachers for being lazy. I'm surprised most people didn't even check to see if he was even online in the first place. The problem for me though was since I wasn't paying attention to anything, once those quizzes and tests started to pop out of nowhere is when the nervous, wet, drippy sweat started to come out of my body. My stress levels were over 9,000. I already imagined more outcomes than Doctor Strange, looking at millions of possible outcomes, being 1 to a billion. Those are not good odds, but I had to take it. Around the end of the first semester, I got humbled. Little bro started to realize that he was definitely not gonna be able to play his GTA or 2K soon if he keeps this stuff going on. It was to the point that I actually started to study. I know, right? Me, the C student who despises school. But I was determined to prove my mother wrong that I could pass. I started watching videos on what I needed to catch up on, since I would just be daydreaming or looking into space when I'm in class. This weird but cute girl would always be distracting me, while I was actually trying to understand what's going on in class for the one time. I'm over here trying to make sure I get at least a 75 at most. What am I doing wrong? I don't want to get all dark and stuff, but it felt like my life was going downhill, while I'm over here trying to make myself a 3-1 league comeback. By the way, if you're in a similar situation, don't think the world's going to end. I promise it's not that deep. Everything is going to work out for you. And stop sleeping in class, dang buddy. Ironically though, I didn't take my own advice though for a while. You could say I was having a whole Rocky montage IRL. But for studying on the books, writing down some notes, going crazy in that thing. You already know the vibes, baby. I think I was actually stressing so hard on cheating or working on tons of missed assignments to the point that I was actually sweating. With all that stress coming in my body, I started to take more naps. I don't care if you're up until 5 a.m. If you want to feel drunk in class, that's on you. I need some sleep. After tons of praying, cheating off on my friends' notes, which thank God they did or else I'd have been screwed for sure, and studying for the bare minimum, I was able to pass. I know for us C students, we're happy to get a 70 to 75 on any type of work. While we got these nerds crying everywhere because they got a 98. A 98. Seriously, a 98. Like, bro, relax. You literally missed one question on the hardest test in school history. You should be happy, have a whole party going on or something. Catch me getting lit with the homies and running up on 2K or COD or something. That would have me feeling like I earned a platinum achievement. Even though my parents were like any other parent, where they want their kids to do amazing in school or else through a failure, at least they was cool enough with me just passing. Or so they say. In reality though, if they notice my numbers dropping down, they either want to argue, take my game, and to be fair, they had their right. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. But don't act like you're perfect either, bro. Casuals who are C students going into their freshman year either become entrepreneurs whores, failed entrepreneurs, potheads, party people, or ADHD looking selves with mad videos in the background. Hey, I'm not trying to de-suck y'all. I'm the same guy doing YouTube and having Bob's Burgers in the background while writing this script. I'm no better than y'all. In the summer, it was really a vibe though. They would always try to give us work at the last minute. You telling me you giving us work on break? I'm trying to rest and breathe air. I don't think I ever did any of those worksheets, even though apparently it was mandatory for us. Mandatory. Yeah, funny. When you come into high school, the C students you'll mostly see are people who are smoking on that devil grass, sucking and blowing on their metal stick. Now, do I believe in the phrase, C students are more successful than A students? I will say the real question is the kid improving on what he's doing or goofing off on TikTok For You page? Comment down below what type of grades you were getting as a kid. And was school stressful or a breeze for you? Teachers are just the worst. The worst! Alright, let me chill. School teachers can usually be terrible, but they can also be good people, you know. It's not all bad and horrible with them. Or else I think so, I don't know. There are a few that are actually decent human beings who genuinely want their kids to succeed and actually strive for them to become a millionaire or at least something decent for society. Like dang, no offense to the average McDonald's worker, but we don't want this whole world working for McDonald's, okay? I'm just saying. And then there are teachers like Miss Johnson ready to fail you for breathing the wrong way. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not breathing properly for you. Do you want to smell my breath or something? Seriously, imagine failing class because you laughed. That sounds funny, but you would be surprised with these wacko teachers. AKA that happened to me. Yes, me. Laughing because someone got kicked out the class. Like, it's ridiculous. To this day, I'm still triggered about even thinking about it. Feel me, dog? What I did find crazy is that there's a whole double standard for speaking on the worst side of teachers on ChatGPT. Then again, though, I'm not surprised. The AI said we're taking no disrespect around here when it comes to our lovely teachers. Like, I get it, bro. They're a valuable member of our society. But sheesh, live a little at least. Make a joke here and there. It is not that deep whatsoever, my brother in Christ. The first type is the one who got their booty everywhere. Double caked up on a Tuesday afternoon. And I don't mean that in a good way either, like a fine model pulling up to the class. I mean the ones where you'll be doing your assignment when the teacher walks up to the nearest student and he wants to have his piece all over you. Like, bro, I'm trying to do my work. Why are you in that position? Be normal, please. Like, if you're gonna look at someone's assignment or something, at least stand up. I ain't trying to have your butt crack all over my face. Like, what's the deal with that? You trying to harass me, gang? I don't like that. I'm gonna call 911 on your goofy self. Yes, I have a teacher who's trying to show me his butt. Like, hey, yo. The second type is the pregnant one, or what I usually like to call them, the baby mamas. They be having a whole gremlin inside their stomach. There'll always be that one teacher who is pregnant and she'll either be disappearing from teaching for the rest of the semester, or they would be at least close to being pregnant, basically having the baby born in the class. If I was that baby, I would feel some type of way. I ain't trying to be born in class and then the kid's gonna start roasting me off a rip. Bro, I didn't even say my first words yet. What you getting on me for? That ain't right. I swear one of mine went on a whole vacation or something because we had a sub for months. I got a text message from the principal talking about some, oh, you got a baby on the way? Don't worry, you don't gotta teach that ridiculous math. We're just gonna get a random for you. And I'm already knowing bro is probably smiling, chilling at home, watching Netflix. Not have to worry about grading any type of essay or equation work whatsoever. Filing up a whole bunch of failed papers since nobody in the class ever paid attention anyways. Sitting around not having to grade any type of paperwork whatsoever is basically school teacher heaven for these guys. And I don't blame them. It sounds very comfy and nice, especially not having to deal with these meddling kids. Like, chill out with the mystery jokes, Scooby-Doo gang. I don't got time for your tomfoolery. Speaking of subs though, the third type of teacher is the sub. These could be the greatest or the worst type of teachers out of the bunch, depending who you have, of course. I remember I had one of these old timer back in my day type of teachers who were very, very strict, where you couldn't talk in the class at all, but if you were nice to them, you can eventually get on their good side. But of course though, that also depends on which class you're in. If you're in the goody two-shoes class, oh, you're chilling, you're gonna have a great day. If you're in that class where there's a whole bunch of class clowns, trolls, people who don't care about school whatsoever, oh yeah, you're done, buddy. Them sunshine and rainbows disappear like that. And of course, what do you know? I was in the worst type of classes. Around those times, it truly felt like I was in prison with no rights. Next type is the super duper omega strict teacher who doesn't have the slightest care about your little tinsy bitsy feelings. Hey Johnny, why you crying? My dog died. Aw, that's sad. Okay, now do your freaking essay, you bum. Since they will not just make sure you're not talking, but if you breathe the wrong way or make a weird face or even fail a pop quiz, they'll fail you 10 times over your one passing. Get expelled and they will also call your parents for the trolls. That is not funny. I swear I had so much beef with these type of teachers always calling me out. Like, bro, let me sleep in peace. I already got to deal with this uncomfortable school desk chair. And then they're gonna be over here talking about some, oh, we gotta call your teacher, you're late again. Like, bro, I was late for 2 seconds. Like, come on, bro. 2 seconds is crazy. Like, I'm literally by the door at that point. All I can say is you better pay attention in their class or else you'll face the consequences of being a dummy. Next teacher is the chill one. Mister, I didn't know you was chill like that. Bro is probably the coolest, chillest, and overall one of the greatest teachers to ever exist. Give that teacher better pay, man, respectfully. This teacher is a legend, and everyone could basically do whatever they want after their assignments were done. Even sometimes, he would even finesse it where you don't even actually have to do the assignment. You just have to pay attention. Sure, when it comes to actual teaching, it wasn't the greatest. But hey, at least we can sleep in that bit. If you got on his bad side, you must be a terrible human being. For me, most of these people were my history teachers. Next type, models. The Miss Fines. Dyed spices are. Hey yo, I'm sounding like a munch. Let me chill. These were a very rare breed, but they would have everyone falling on their knees doing whatever they want just for some attention from them. I remember one of my friends wanted to hit it off with the Spanish teacher so bad. Bro was going crazy. Bro was a munch on steroids or something. I don't know what's going on in his head. Enz was over here daydreaming, drooling all over the desk, thinking about her. These people came from heaven or something, because why on earth are they a teacher? They should be a Victoria's Secret model or something, and I mean that with respect and love. Next type is the smarty pants. The genius, Mr. Brainiac himself. Bro is way too smart to be teaching algebra or physics. He's that Walter White type of teacher with the potential of being part of a billion-dollar business, but gave up too early or just said, I want to quit. Went on to his older years to teaching teens on the simple equations and formulas of what you need in life, or so they say, knowing, whoa, we're never gonna use this in life. He has good intentions for you, even though it may look like he's overdoing the work. Sometimes he be looking like he's very passionate about it as well. He wants you to actually use your brain and not be an NPC. Even though we all love to be NPC robot beep boop bops. Like, I get it, you're giving us the equation to cure cancer. But let me watch my little TikToks real quick. Yes, that's our freaking generation. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, there's literally the formula of cancer. You're still not gonna take that? Sadly, though, I'm looking like one of my NPC brethrens when they give me a long assignment while my software is updating in my head. Next type is the lazy teacher. This teacher generally does not care at all what you do. He just wants his paycheck and then dip out the class like the rest of us. There could be kids jumping out the window, breaking the desk and stuff, and he'll just sit there not even giving a care in the world. No discipline in his class whatsoever. The only time you'll catch this teacher being uptight and responsible for once is when the principal walks in all bubby to check up everybody, and seriously, what's the deal with that? Why are they always looking around and then sitting near me making sure I'm doing all my work? Like, bro, chill. I'm not trying to be the main character of the story right now. Go pick on somebody else, respectfully. I'm trying to eat my bacon, egg, and cheese. Whether you pass or fail on his class is on you, even though it's very, very rare to fail in his class. Because like I said, he doesn't care, right? The teacher isn't even asking for the bare minimum. All you gotta do is write a few words and add your name. And people still find ways to fail, just like in PE. Like, bro, all you have to do is write your name. Next type is the athletic teacher. I know the stereotype of most PE teachers being lazy, but in middle school, my guy definitely was fit, was cooking up everybody in the basketball court, or just any game mode in general. If you find a way to still fail PE, I don't care, you gotta be down bad or something. You legit just gotta participate once. Next teacher is the annoying one, saying cringe Gen Z words from 2016 or something. Hit us with a dab every once in a while. Hey, you know, hey, yo, let's bring the dab back. I like, yeah, you feel me? Alright, let me stop being cringe. Boom, last minute pop quiz and a lesson we barely know or researched about. I'm sorry guys for not letting you know. I hope y'all studied when you were at home. Like, hello? Are you serious? Next teacher is the NPC, the robot. This teacher is secretly a robot, I'm convinced, with automated answers and questions, and doesn't attempt to be creative or genuine compared to the other teachers. At least put some Kahoot or something. I don't feel like reading that big boy book every day. I'm trying to switch things up. Add some flavor into this. This teacher is the bell does not dismiss you, I do type of teachers. I gave them their own category because they just grind my gears. Like, bro, I was taught that if the bell rang, that means it's time to dip. They trying to change the whole classic school rules for us to be late. How dare they? Last teacher is the super omega cool one. He is him. He's bringing the snacks, making funny jokes, is very energetic, and actually makes you interested in whatever is coming out of his mouth. But how do y'all feel about teachers? Do you hate them? Do you like them? Do you think they're mid or decent at most when it comes to teaching us? Recess was wild, insane, but at the same time, if you had a fun friend group, it was definitely fun times overall with the little bros. I don't know if it was just me. When I think about recess, everything that comes to my head is just straight funny nostalgia, memes in real life. Sunshine and rainbows 24/7 like nothing could ruin it, not even the toxic bullies. Basically, this thumbnail is how I imagine it. For the few Patrick Stars living under their rock who are away from society that don't know what recess is apparently. Recess is basically a period in which a group of people are temporarily dismissed from their duties, which in Gen Z terms means the little bros need a break from the teacher waffling about boring subjects that make make you want to jump off a bridge in Minecraft, obviously. Now let's be real for a second. Not act like us kids were all serious and hardcore brainiacs or wanted to become internet influencers in elementary school. Or at least the majority, okay? Majority of the kids just wanted to have fun, goof off with their friends, and they couldn't just wait to get out of class. AKA me. What I really loved about recess is that I met most of my homies in there. And sometimes we wouldn't even be playing. Or at least with my close friend at the time. We would always just talk about life and random things like Assassin's Creed, other video games, and TV shows like The Flash, because at one point The Flash was actually decent to watch. Conspiracies from random nerds on the internet who think they're the smartest in the room. Freaking Smosh videos in their prime. GTA 5 and a whole lot of hilarious, dark, edgy memes. They're honestly so edgy even for me nowadays, I ain't gonna lie. Now that I look back as a kid, we definitely shouldn't have been consumed by that much stuff. But I think we turned out alright. Or I think I did. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, combos with the homies in recess or anywhere in general always hits different. Shout out to the homies for real, man. Y'all the goats. It's nothing better than talking about life with people you consider brothers, man. Let me know if you had any friends like that in the comment section. In class, the boys and girls I knew always planned out different intense game modes to do in recess. Yes, we was getting strategic in this bit. It's kind of crazy how creative we were as kids, even though the ordinary NPC humans, they would look at it as simple fun. But we were basically role-playing like we were creating video games that wasn't garbage. Now we have GTRP for that. If you were playing tag in recess, just be prepared to have your heart racing. 1,000 beats per second. You're gonna be so nervous that your whole body's gonna be filled up with sweat. Bro literally got wet. Hey yo, you better be able to run faster than a cheetah or else the guy's gonna catch up to your goofy self. Gotcha, dummy. It's honestly a different type of exercise. If you're trying to lose weight, play tag. But instead of it being a normal exercise, you have to watch your back every second like you're on a 5-star wanted list on GTA. And the FBI wants to take you out. And no, I'm not talking about them taking you out to dinner. Instead, they want to take you out dead or alive. Of course, I wish alive, please. I'm too young to die. Wanna catch me on my John Wick stuff because I refuse to lose. Mama didn't raise no loser, bro, respectfully. Another way to survive is trying to blend in with the crowd like an assassin in Assassin's Creed. And try to hide in certain areas of recess if you're able to do that. But at the same time, if you do that, you're either lazy, trying to play it smart, or straight up chicken. Because I'm sorry, but that sounds boring to me. Obviously, if you're trying to catch your breath, that's understandable. Because not all of us are track runners. We can't be running the whole time. We find to run out of gas sooner or later. Looking at. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. I wasn't the skinniest, I wasn't the fastest or the greatest hider alive, unlike some kids who mastered their abilities. But one thing I did have was adrenaline, a whole lot of it. I probably looked at myself as a video game character and was like, yeah, let me just boost speed endurance all the way up and leave the rest of the stats alone. The reason why I say this is because I swear there was a day I was getting chased from this girl who was basically known for being the fastest kid around. And somehow I was able to come out on top and I was chilling at the end. I was a different breed indeed. I wasn't perfect every time. But for the majority, I was that guy. You could just say I'm him, to be honest. The sun was definitely hitting for your boy during them intense chase scenes. I think your boy started to get a tan for the amount of times I was outside. Bro was turning bronze. You know what a really good feeling is when the breeze starts to hit in your face. Like, yes, breeze, keep hitting it in my face. Wait, hey, yo, you know what I mean. Especially when you're feeling hot. Muy caliente aquí, man. I swear I love those days, man. I could never forget. For some reason, necking was a huge trend in my school, so there would be random kids trying to terrorize everybody. You know how people palm bald people talking about some Michael Jordan? Instead of that is this, basically. Like, ouch. You get the point. There would be random kids ready to terrorize anyone who is just relaxing on the grass, minding their business, just to get necked by a random dude with huge hands, leaving the most excruciating, painful red mark. You're gonna see that man's handprints for at least a month. Like, dang dog, why you gotta do it so hard? I swear they were in the beginning of their menace of society phase. I did that with my friends, but I feel bad now because I could have broken someone's neck if I wanted to. I think someone got hit so bad they went to the nurse one time. Rest in peace to my brother in Christ for real. If anyone ever got necked and got hurt badly, I wish y'all speedy recovery. A few of my friends tried to do parkour because at the time parkour videos were trending on YouTube, but obviously instead of jumping off a building, it was more like jumping around the playground or using the monkey bars, which obviously I failed on, but hey, it was fun. Or it was fun until one horrible day. We tried to speed up the parkour and run like there was a countdown to see who can do it the fastest. My stupid self was probably in his alpha phase. I tried to be competitive without being focused, and eventually I hit myself in the head on something metal. Metal pole of death. If it was anyone else, I'm sure their head or better yet their brain would crack. But I guess I had the forehead of steel. Stop playing Superman, you don't want the smoke. Alright, let me shut up like my little bro self wouldn't get whooped by Superman. I swear I thought I was invincible back then. To the point I just did very dumb things. Lesson of the day is don't be an idiot like me and try to show off. It's never worth it, especially if you gotta get hurt from it. Your cockiness and recess will come to haunt you one day. Or don't listen to me, I don't care. There would be that one relationship in 5th grade where they would be holding each other's hands and everyone would be like, whoa, Jack and Jessica, sitting on a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. The biggest definition of interfering with someone's game right there. Like, let my boy Riz up, you feel me? He got that charisma. Speaking of relationships, even though most people thought love was stupid or stupid in love, in recess, if you were known as the fastest kid, you would get the girl. I know, I get it, sounds stupid, and people thought you would be lying about that, but honestly, it was like that. Well, sort of. I mean, the girls were probably trolling, but the guys definitely didn't think so. They would have a race on the track since we had one near the playground and start one to see who was the fastest. That was the kid version of flirting in recess. I even was in the race too, but obviously for fun, I didn't really take it seriously. That or actually being somewhat normal and having a genuine conversation walking around. We didn't have many bullies in our school, but the few we did have were the most evil, horrible, crazy beings alive. Like seriously, did your mom not love you or something? Why are you trying to ruin our fun? They'll be the ones teasing everyone for just breathing air. Like sheesh, even Wednesday Addams had some fun. There is no way are that dark and menacing. They would be trying their hardest to be included in everything. Even though everyone hates these type of people during recess, the amount of negativity and toxicity in their soul is far beyond my comprehension of understanding and living. Like I don't know how these people are human, but I can only feel sorrow for these young bulls. I get it, you don't get no love from your father or mother. Trust me, I get it. Family issues overall is crazy, but that don't mean you gotta put that negativity on everybody else. Sheesh. If you weren't having fun with your friends, walking around talking about sus stuff, or surprisingly intellectual and interesting conversations, which when it does happen would be a totally different vibe, or bullying people causing mayhem and darkness until the teacher catches you, you're probably one of the lonely kids. And there's nothing wrong with that, and of course it's good to socialize with people, but at the same time, if you don't like talking to people with weird vibes or energy, then that's fine, because Lord knows I tried being friends with people I didn't like. Don't ask, I was bored and I didn't feel like being lonely at the time. Luckily though, I did have close friends to relate to. You were probably lonely just chilling, not even sad, but at the same time you feel like you're out of place. You could also be that one kid who reads books, because I remember seeing this one girl near this tree just chilling reading a book. I'm over here thinking it's Dr. Seuss, but instead it would be some high school level book. Shotty says she's trying to get her knowledge up, not her funny up. And you know what? I can respect that. Overall, recess was the greatest experience for me as a kid, and I definitely miss it. But I can only imagine younger people in recess right now. They probably doing TikTok dances trying to go viral and pranking everybody like they jitty on knowing well they just annoying everybody. Like bro, if you're gonna do that, go prank in Walmart or something. Like bloody bell, man. I'm already knowing these kids probably just sitting in the bottom of the slide playing Roblox on their phone instead of actually riding on the slide. It was definitely fun for me, and it shows even the most simple things are more enjoyable than video games like NBA 2K23. School hallways are atrocious, disgusting, just straight wicked and insane, the things that happen in the school hallways, my brother in Christ. It's like you're in the wild, wild west and you head into the local saloon. But instead of low-life thugs and killers, it's modernized to weirdos, creeps, and TikTok girls shaking that thing like it's no tomorrow. Just a whole bunch of tomfoolery of NPCs. Bloody NPCs, man. They love to beep boop bop around the hallways for real. You can imagine coming into school on the first day thinking it's gonna be so sweet. Maybe the first day of school is actually gonna be decent for once. Little did I know, everyone was running and crowding up the whole place. Like, bro, what's up? How are the hallways already more full than a mall during Black Friday? You know it's bad when it gets to that point, especially when it comes to those cheap bastards. In all my soul, bro, a musty, gross, unhealthy people were not it either. Like imagine an army of zombie-like NPCs who are crowding up the place smelling like straight dookie skunk. Like come on now, dog, are we serious right now? Like forget about looking cool or having drip. At least don't smell like a dying animal that's been out of your yard for 100 weeks. It's very disgusting honestly, and it's still a mystery to me how people survive from it. Especially during the start of school, we have people raiding the whole area. I always remember it being a bit dirty, which is ironic because we have a school janitor, right? But nothing compared to elementary hallways. There'll be some crayons, candy, trash, some assignments that got ripped up apparently. Bro probably tried to hit up the teacher talking about some, my dog ate my homework. Like boy, you know you lying. You just wanted to go home, relax, and play your little video games. There is something I do remember during the little bro days. I was in English class and I asked the teacher who was waffling about some random book that I don't even remember the name of it. It probably was trash anyways, I'm gonna be honest. We had to do a whole essay on this mid-book. But anyways, I asked to go to the bathroom acting like I was trying to hold in the meanest brown dirty poop alive. In reality, I was just capping. I wanted to get out of that depressing class. Mind you, English isn't always that bad, but during that day, I just had enough. Parents were getting on me for my grades. My friends weren't there that day. It was depression. Your boy just wanted some peace and quiet to himself. I'm sorry for my try-hard nerds watching me in shame. I just don't like school. I walked around the hallways for a few minutes thinking of random Eminem and Rihanna songs. Don't judge me, I was a bored child. Bro thought he was tough. The whole time he was humming "Ride Like a Diamond," which apparently she was singing that song during the Super Bowl. I was eventually heading back to class until I heard a random kid screaming loudly. And no, not that type of loudly, you freaks. I was worried because it sounded like this person was in danger or worse. I headed toward the noise because I had nothing better to do. I mean, seriously, I was basically skipping class at this point. I finally got close to the noise, and let's call this person Johnny just shows up. He seemed as if he released the stress out of his system, and I shortly understood why. Man's pants was smeared with brown poop in the back. Me personally could never catch me being this down bad. I was disgustingly traumatized by this. Alright, let me stop acting like I'm Mr. Squeaky Clean Perfect. But I embarrass myself real quick. Let's just say your boy ate some really bad food from a crappy restaurant one day. At this point from rants, you would believe class makes me sick. Which it does, spiritually. So I just dipped and headed to the bathroom, and let's just say I didn't make it. Bro vomited in the hallways. But yeah, just the normal kid stuff you expect in your local American elementary school. But I don't know why, but things just started getting worse after elementary. At least for me, I don't know about y'all. Middle school is when I started to witness the most random things ever. That were so unbelievably terrible that as the months went by, I thought it was normal at this point. Like seriously, banana peels? Why we got banana peels in the hallways? Bro thought this was a cartoon or something. We ain't finna slip on this. Actually, that did happen one time. It was really funny. This also was the start where I was introduced to the little bro version of Fight Club. But instead of a cult, it was just fights every other week. Like bro, tell me I was over here lost trying to find my class, since back then I thought the school was so big. And I was your ordinary NPC trying to get the day over with. And I see a huge crowd near the class I'm actually trying to go into. And it's two girls going at it like it's the Purge. Like, why the violence, gang? We need more peace in this world. But most times it would be for the dumbest reasons. What happened to having a civilized conversation? But to be fair, I don't know the full contents of this fight. They were also grabbing each other's hair. Over here trying to rip it out like it's someone's wig. Like, is this wild animal documentary real life or some shit? The guys were rooting for whoever would win. The girls were in shock, and it was a good 3 minutes before any teacher finally intervened to the gladiator fight, because nobody near this hallway didn't care about going to their classes at this point. Like seriously, you think knowing us Gen Z people, if some drama happens, we not gonna check that out? Scroll what the principal is saying. We getting free entertainment from this fight scene. I'm already knowing if you wanted the skater kids or basketball guys dribbling in the hallways, the teachers just must hate y'all. And there's a reason why I say this. One of my friends brought a basketball dribbling in the middle of the hall trying to break someone's ankles, and a random kid actually tried to guard him. And he got his ankles took. Rest in peace to that brother's ankles. Seeing that hurt my soul, and if you're any type of sports person, if you ever get crossed up, you know you're getting cooked for at least a week from your friends. The roast sessions in the school lunch table is gonna be crazy. Now when it comes to holidays like Valentine's Day or Christmas, talking about some mistletoe, you'll see these random relationships spawn in the hallways. They'll either be holding hands together or making out in the locker room. And then it'll be a few months later where they throw a fit because they broke up. Like bro, just move on and focus on yourself. Ain't no way you finna start screaming or going insane making a whole scene. But hey, love blinds people, even me looking like them Bird Box memes with I'm people, by the way. But yeah, you would think the constant fights from a random chick grabbing someone's hair, guys fighting because bro is insecure about something he said, freaking poop on the floor, like come on now. I get it, elementary school I'll let it slide because our brains are the size of a walnut, and overall the brain is just still growing. But middle or high school, we still can't even go to the bathroom properly. So instead we're out here pooping in the hallway, like come on man. Y'all just don't care about cleaning up in life in general at this point. But no, not even close to the things I've seen in the school hallways. I just saw some balloon-like plastic product you use for the naughty deed on the floor in middle school. Bro too busy doing it in the bathroom and still has the audacity to leave his stuff on the floor where everybody walks. I ain't trying to get that stuff on my shoes. High school hallways was a new ball game for me. I saw more dark, angry, soulless energy, as if there were some Voldemort juniors. You can catch me with the most generic Lego Emmett boring fits imaginable. I'm not looking to impress, seriously, because the hallways are just not safe. I don't know why people think it's all sunshine and rainbows. The amount of AirPods and money that were being stolen across my freshman year was insane. And if it wasn't that, people wanted to have expensive drip until someone yanks it off of you when you're not looking and runs into the crowd, never to be seen again. If that ever happens to you, unless you're faster than the Flash, you're screwed, buddy. Maybe your school wasn't as bad, but people really do be petty for no reason. Like, what's with this petty energy? You were just a nice guy, now you robbing people's chains? Every time I went to walk around or go to class that's far, far away, you already know I'm listening to my classic tunes like I'm Patrick Bateman walking on sunshine to his office with my AirPods. Honestly, I relate so much to that clip, since the majority of the time, if anybody ever tried to interact with me or say what's good, hey, I would have that straight face walking fast trying to avoid any humans possible. No social contact whatsoever. It's not like I don't like them either, I just don't got time for BS. I'm sorry I don't feel like dealing with some random shenanigans pop out of nowhere. Mind you, during our high school spirit week where everyone in the hallways was basically a real life version of memes, Naruto running with characters in a group like Deadpool, Darth Vader, and clowns. Like seriously, Darth Vader, why? But I know if I went back to this old school, I would see a whole bunch of Wednesdays and Batemans for sure. Yes, I blame TikTok. It's such a powerful app to the younger audience that will affect the clothes you'll see during the hallways or the stupid trends that you'll witness while walking around minding your business. So many weird creatures indeed roaming in the hallways. Bunch of wannabe thugs looking for attention. We got toxic people ready to start World War III school edition with their black Air Forces. It's just a whole disaster. One thing I never understood was when you finally get to class, after dealing with the large groups of NPCs in your way, there's always that one random kid screaming in the hallways for some reason. Like, bro, do you want to get caught? I swear these kids come to school to troll at this point. I don't know if that ever happened to y'all, but it would be so random. But the true inspiration from this video was actually from an old teacher of mine. It was around test day and some kids were talking, and the teacher probably saw them trying to cheat, so she sent them out of class. Cool, right? But this was the biggest bruh moment of my life. After they got kicked out, I laughed and said, bruh. And she looked at me with a death glare and said, Jeffrey, you too. I was like, what the duck? The one time I actually don't have to deal with annoying kids in the school hallways is when I get in trouble for breathing air. And a slight chuckle that wasn't even loud. But anyways, let me know your personal experiences in the school hallways in the comment section. And let me know if anything crazy happened, whether it be school fights or the big groups of NPCs walking around. Types of groups in school lunch. School lunch is a magical place to go after going through pain, depression, and agony your last annoying boring class. Like, I'm sorry, but math class ain't it. Like, honestly, what is teacher waffling about? Who knows? Who cares? I'm hungry and my stomach is freaking growling, teacher. I don't got time for your complicated equations. And I definitely don't got time to learn about another lesson that I generally will probably forget the next day anyways. Of course, this may not be everyone's experience, but I don't care. It definitely was for me. But anyways, you dip out of your crappy boring class. You head into the cafeteria to get your food from the cafeteria lady if you don't have your food already. Since most parents either hate their kids, or 2, the kid is just lazy for some reason to pack his own lunch. Or 3, they think it's cool to eat school lunch. Like, huh? Bruh. I don't know. These people do exist though, apparently. It's weird. When I was younger, I'll admit I always packed my own food and I'm definitely grateful for it because school lunch was definitely not hidden for real. It was garbage, basura. Well, not all of it to be fair. The wings were a different story that I'll discuss in another video. But at the end of the day, for the majority, besides the food, the best part of lunch is where you get to talk to your homies about the most strange, random things imaginable. Or if you're just that one kid who is lonely, you probably just have terrible social skills or enjoy the peace because honestly, I felt that. I hate when people ruin my peace. It's like, bro, you trying to scrap or something? Like, don't get me on my Mortal Kombat stuff, bro. Hit you with the mean jab. Already got to deal with assignments, homework, and a whole test I'm not even studying for that I'll probably fail. You definitely don't want to deal with me with all that energy I'm building up. When I come out here looking like Goku Super Saiyan type beat. The first lunch group are the munches. And no, I'm not talking about the ice spices. They are the true definition of the eaters. They ate it for lunch. These people are human form Kirby's who barely have a combo, have nothing in common with each other. Personality wise at least. And they're so dry to the point that I don't even know why they're even sitting together. But of course though, they do have one thing in common, and that is their love for eating food. You would think they would be at least a chef, but no, in fact they're actually the customer. They're that one guy in the Italian restaurant eating all the pasta. And who doesn't love some pasta? I mess with my Italian restaurants heavy. They be cooking some real good stuff over there. And that pizza, oh my god, muy delicioso. This group has piles of food everywhere on the table for everybody to eat. They are here living it up like they're a king of their own kingdom. And all their servants serve the royal family, giving them the best eats possible. If you feel dead inside, desperate to eat anything, I mean anything, and don't care about socializing or talking a lot with people during lunch, you should probably hang out with the munches. They got so much food, they're gonna get you right for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and a whole dessert. With the amount of cake they got, you'd think it's someone's birthday. Next group is the homies table. They're like top 2 of my favorite groups out of this whole list. For the simple fact that it's just a fun table to hang out with. They usually have a lot of things in common with each other, which for me in my experience was talking about playing 2K, trying to plan out to go somewhere with these people, which would never happen, whether it be because of someone's parents or someone's just trying to sleep in. The homies table also talks about how school is just mad boring because ain't no way you legit go into every class with a smile on your face. Ah la la, oh, can't wait to go to my next class, yeah. Like, that's your lame ass, that's your goofy ass. Like, I'm sorry, but I just refuse to believe that. I don't even care if you're a super mega tryhard nerd. You just gotta be a different breed if you're happy all the time to go to class. They would be roasting each other when it comes to their drip or their grades. Everyone tries to one-up each other when it comes to that discussion. And you already know, as me being a C student, always just try to eat my food and try to get out of the controversy. I had to switch up the subject. I ain't trying to get cooked. Let my C+ grade in 70s chill. There's always that one person in the group who you would consider their little bro or the Priam Davis of the group. But at the end of the day, it's all love and respect for this person. since he is taking all the hits after all. It's that brotherly tough love, as you would say. Next type is the popular groups. Ugh. Oh god, I'm about to throw up even talking about these guys. Jesus. They usually are filled with the best students from all the other groups, whether it be the IG models or TikTok heads, a random rich influencer who thinks he's a god because he has a Lambo, even though it was bought from daddy's money. But hey, it is what it is. And the D1 athletes who are probably either going to the league or fumble after years of hard work. Which me personally, if I'm on my Kobe mentality in the gym just to lose to little Jimmy and later on have a mental breakdown ruining my whole career, you already know I'm gonna be depressed for centuries. They'll be eating that rich, expensive, out-of-pocket food. But who cares? They get 1,000 likes on IG and people praise them like gods. Anything they do, they follow. I talk to a few certain type of people like this during lunch. A few of them can be chill, but most of the time they're just arrogant or egotistical. They think they're better than everybody else because of status. You already know you're not sitting next to them in their table. I don't even see the hype anyways. If you're cool, I'm chilling with you, but that's just me. Next group are the SoundCloud rappers. They be the ones trying to freestyle for the memes or making their own beats for their music. Even though that stuff on SoundCloud is getting like 12 views every day. They be saying some outrageous stuff, and most times their bars are more garbage than the average SoundCloud rapper. But I can't lie, there are a few hidden gems in there once in a while. But at the end of the day, 90% of these guys are just having fun. They aren't really trying to make it out the hood. They're just saying that for the memes. Rap battles be getting intense in lunch if you had one of those type of days, where people would start crying around the table with both rappers saying the most silliest rhymes that shouldn't really go that hard, but it just does anyways. I don't know, it's just something about the energy everyone was bringing in that area. You honestly just had to be there to understand what I'm talking about. It's like a bootleg rapper concert, school lunch edition. Next group are the NPCs, the droids, the robots, the beep boop bops. I am an NPC. They're the ones who don't interact with anyone on the table unless they find some funny random video they saw on TikTok and they want to show it to you knowing, well, you don't even care, but you laugh anyway since you don't want to come off as rude. Me personally, I'm smacking that phone respectfully. I don't care. Alright, let me stop. I ain't trying to break no one's phone. I already know that type of pain. They'll be on their phones mindlessly like a bot on social media, swiping to see what's the next TikTok or YouTube video to watch while eating their school lunch. They're also very boring creatures to interact with overall. I'm very surprised anyone in this table are even friends with each other. I guess that's just how they are. I mean, honestly, everyone in my generation is exactly like this. Everything we want to do is on our phones anyways. Even me, I'm not gonna sit here act like I don't use social media. I don't really be on it as much since I kind of just find it boring nowadays. You feel me? I'm trying to get my money up, not my funny up. Next group, which really isn't a group, is the lonely one. Bro is so lonely and sad. It's honestly very depressing. He has no friends or even fake friends to be around with. Nobody to talk to whatsoever. Alright, let me chill and not make my lonely people sound so terrible and sad. They usually just don't want to be around anyone during lunch and just vibe out by themselves, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. You don't need to force yourself to talk to random people every single day. And personally, I can relate to this. Not because I was lonely during school lunch since I knew a good amount of kids, but in my freshman year for the first few months, I wanted to just mind my business and work on this YouTube stuff. And you already know the kids was clowning me or just wondering for some reason why I was alone. Like, sheesh, let me chill in peace. But of course, though, if it was anybody else, they wouldn't bother them. But yeah, for anyone who just be by themselves during school lunch, y'all are good. But of course, though, if you actually want friends, stop being an antisocial little freak and just go talk to them, little bro. Next group is the roast group. Man, they be cooking over there, I ain't gonna lie. Probably the most funniest, most toxic lunch group you'll ever meet. Roast sessions 24/7, everybody's getting cooked. Of course, though, if you're the quiet and chill type of kid, you probably find these people very annoying creatures. And you know what? Maybe they are very annoying creatures, but at least they make funny memories for you to remember during your boring school year. Because Lord knows school be having my energy levels drained. Got me feeling like I'm being drained out like a farmer draining out a cow, trying to get some of that milk, that leche. Next lunch group are the gossip groups. They disgust me, honestly. Their way of fun is making fun of other kids in lunch, whether it comes to their looks or their food or enjoyment. Like, bro, you're worrying about the wrong thing, brokey. Get your money up. Next group are the nerds. They're either talking about ways on how to pass their next class, they give each other answers for their homework while eating that A+ top tier goodies that'll help their brain function faster and turn their mind into a college professor level, even though bro is only a freshman. I know that sounds like some conspiracy theory type of thing, but I swear I'm convinced, bro. They speak on who has the highest grades, which would be the biggest debate in the table since Donald Trump versus Hillary. Next group is the TikTok heads. Instead of eating lunch like you're supposed to with your free time, they rather starve themselves to death and do TikTok dances for clout. Like, bro, you're literally dying. I can see you becoming a skeleton. Just go eat your lunch, please. You can do your little TikTok dances later. Sheesh. I swear they're just so goofy. I remember having to deal with these certain groups in the middle of the cafeteria, like, move out the way, Addison Rae. I'm trying to get my lunch full, I'm hungry. Next group is the sports people. They pack that well-needed nutrition since their parents want them to get their energy up for practice, especially because they gotta train hard and long. Hey yo, you know how sports parents are. They only want the best for their children, aka they want their dreams to be your dreams since they failed to become successful in the old days. Michael Jordan was probably crucifying your pops back in the day, my brother in Christ, and put that pain onto you.
If you enjoyed today's video, go check out this random video and follow socials to keep up to date with Jeffrey Blessed.